adventurers.
So I think we're back again now. Yay. Okay, so if you didn't catch everything that's already happened, which isn't very much, we're really just establishing everybody's places on the battlefield right now. So yes, Vespaira, you've just gotten to the top of the ladder, and you've looked about, and you've seen this woman trying to hide in the tent, and she looks out and peeps up at you. Where is Theo at this point?
Theo is with her, just dodging.
Okay,
because I didn't command her to do anything else.
Okay, so Theo's just sitting in the tent?
Yes.
Okay. And this woman, she seems to be quite amazed by Theo. She's looking at her kind of tentatively, and she looks across at you briefly and looks back. She doesn't say anything. She just sort of shuffles away. She looks scared and traumatized.
Hello, are you Sarah's mother?
Sarah? Do you know Sarah? How do you know Sarah? Did she send you?
Yes.
She stands up at that point, grabbing a scimitar that's been left here by one of the orcs. She's holding it with two hands, not particularly professionally, just holding it like she's not sure what's about to happen. She says, Who are you? What do you want with us?
My name is Vespaira, and we're not only here to rescue you, but there was an orc over there as well. That orc is fine.
Is he still here?
He is, but he's not an enemy. He's the one that gave Sarah the furs.
Rokan.
Rokan.
I know his name. Sarah speaks of him all the time.
Yes. Well, it's her. It's him, sorry.
She staggers out of the tent now and looks
Come
about.
on, Theo. Please join me.
Theo floats across, swoops over to your shoulder and lands there.
Theo's my little familiar. And she's kind.
Fiery moth. Theo sits there fairly calmly at that point. Avery, what are you up to?
Well, the owl stole this, I imagine, is still up the top seeing something, so I'm going up to see what's happening, basically.
All right. So you can go upstairs. So we'll move Fferyllt up the ladder, shall we? Just like that. Okay. And Rokan and Alexander, you're down at the bottom. Elkas, you're in the tent. Okay. What are you saying to the sword, Elkas?
I'm more just like narrating what I'm doing.
So you're like
just kind of like muttering to myself, "Oh, we better get that blood off there," and blah blah blah. Just kind of going a bit crazy, and then, that was a good fight. Yes, do you see when I ran him through with you?
Elkas, can you make a wisdom save for me, please?
Oh my god. I hope you don't get hurt again.
A 9. Okay. Yes, and thank you, Jojo, for announcing that we are down and back and all of that stuff, so that anyone who didn't know what was going on, we were having technical issues. I was having technical issues. So you're holding the sword, and you've made a 9 on your wisdom save. You rolled a 9. Okay, so you find yourself suddenly being flooded with memories and visions of elves that look a bit like you over many generations in the past, on battlefields and in times of war and crisis, wielding this blade in different ways at different times, and their bodies, personalities, and affectations kind of flood your mind for a few moments as you go through these series of they are your own ancestors on your mother's side.
As Elkas is getting flooded with all these, as it like dies down a little bit, he just gets a really guilty feeling, because he's got the memory of him one time being quite drunk, using the handle of the sword to crack open walnuts.
Right.
So after seeing like these glorious battles and these heroic things, he's like, what have I done that's really that heroic?
Right. I think that amongst the last images that you are imparted with by the sword is an image clear as a bell, clear as day, of your mother's face, where she is holding the sword and honoring it, and then putting it in its scabbard, and the vision closes with the scabbard. And you're
As I
back
finish
to
up
standing.
cleaning it, then
Yeah.
I'm gonna copy the honoring and put it away in the scabbard.
Okay. You can have an inspiration for that. Jordan, what is Alexander doing?
I think I've moved close to 10
All right.
that Elkas in.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to see if I can see what he's doing.
Okay. I think it's reasonable that you can make an investigation check.
Duty 20.
Dirty 20. Yeah, you can see exactly what's going on here. He seems to be absorbed in some sort of... It's like he's having communion with this sword that he's holding. And you've seen him with the sword a few times before, but he seems to be treating it a little differently right now, which is perhaps odd. Rokan, what are you doing?
I'm looking for what's left of the orcs.
Right. Well, Rokan, we did roll a perception check not long ago, and I almost forgot about it, but ha ha ha. Let's have a quick look.
Rokan got a 6.
Rokan got a 6 on that perception check. Okay. Well, from your point of view, Rokan, where you are around at the back of this pillar, near the back of the camp, where the ladder is, can't see much from here.
I'll move myself in order to achieve better visual.
All right, so
Capability,
Rokan,
yeah.
let me just find Rokan. Where are you? There you are. Okay. So you move out there. Okay. I'll get another perception check for Rokan, if I may. Let's actually make it with advantage because he is an orc. This is an orc camp. He has a certain amount of advantage to that. So he got an 11.
11, yeah.
11, okay, and that was with advantage. Okay, so looking around, Rokan, you're not really noticing anything particular except for a few straggler orcs further away, a couple of 100 feet away, amongst the many other tents that slope down the hill towards the road, where you are seeing the orcs are kind of gathering their stuff. They're gathering their children.
I'd go over there.
Okay, so you stride across the field.
Yep, I
down
stride across.
towards
Even
them.
though I'm a sore of buggery.
All right, you're sore as buggery. That is true. Okay. And as you approach, a couple of these orcs look up, and one of them looks over at you as you're approaching. Do you say anything?
Where you go?
She looks at you. She says, "You are not with Shargaas."
No.
Who are
not
you?
with Shargaas.
I have not seen you here before. You are
I
with the
am
strangers.
Rokan.
One of the
I
other,
am Rokan.
One of the other orcs calls out to the one that's speaking to you and says, "He was the prisoner they brought last night." And
I have finished.
she steps back
The
somewhat.
leader.
They've slain the Redfangs.
I will be taking his tusk as reward. As is tradition.
They begin to back away from you at that point. What's everybody else doing? Just so you know, Vespaira, you can probably see this event going on from where you are at the top. Anybody that's at the top can probably see this on a perception check of about 6.
I think Alex is chuckling to himself. I'm going, who's the
Okay.
crazy one?
So
Who's the crazy one now?
So Vespaira, you can see Rokan having this conversation. Now Rokan is like way down here at this point.
So, you follow this god, do you?
We are orcs. We follow all Orcan gods.
But you do not work for REDFANG?
She looks at you. Cannot say what you mean. Do not understand your question.
Are you believers in the REDFANG way?
They look at each other. They look. You know what? You can make an insight check, please, for Rokan.
That is a 5.
5. Okay, Rokan. You can't tell what they're thinking. They seem to be.
Why confused? Words are plain.
At that time, everybody that's upstairs. So perception. Vespaira got a 12 on your perception, didn't you? Was
Yes.
anybody else paying attention from over there, or no?
Fferyllt is still climbing the ladder.
Fferyllt still climbing the ladder. Okay. Well, Vespaira, what you notice from your point of view. One moment, please. While I fuck around with layers now. Layers. Hold on a second, guys. Sorry. Why is this so hard? I think my computer's running out of RAM today. Okay. There are several orcs coming towards this position.
Okay. I'm gonna try and like wave to some of the lower guys. Anyone? It could be Rokan. It could be Elkas. It could be Alexander. I'm gonna try and get your attention.
With a 22 perception, with the bats, would I see Vespaira frantically waving at me?
Yep.
And then pointing.
I see her and I just start waving back.
Start waving back. And she's pointing now.
I don't think I'd see the pointing because she's holding it so close to her. So I see her doing like this. But
You know what? I am going
that.
to get I'm gonna produce flame and just, so you can see the glow.
You're gonna fire it
Travel.
in the direction.
No, I'm not gonna fire it. I'm just gonna use it
as a pointer.
as a marker.
Okay. You did get a 22 on your perception check, Alex. It's,
I think someone pointing next to their chest would be very obvious.
Right.
But with that produced flame, I see her moving in that direction, so I look in that direction.
Okay. Well, why don't you make another perception check?
Certainly. That was a natural one for a 4.
Okay, so you don't see shit. You see that your shoelace is undone.
Oh no, my shoelace! And I bend over and start tying it up. Vespaira looking at me.
All right, Barry. As you are trying to have this conversation, you're beginning to become aware that there's some tension going on around you. I'll get a perception check from Rokan.
That's an 11.
Another 11. Rokan can't seem to get above an 11 today. But Rokan, it is this side of totally shit. And thusly you notice the sound of a blade being drawn not too far from where you are.
Okay, I turn towards that blade.
Right, and you see there is an orc charging out of the water in front of the gardens. So through the gardens, across the water, directly at you. And that orc attempts to hit you with their...
No, he won't, because I would do Zephyr Strike if he did that.
You don't have the...
It's on his turn.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll tell you what, he's charging across, he's using his movement. If you want to use Zephyr Strike, I will allow you to attack first.
Just remember, like, how many spell slots you have.
He has one spell slot. This is it. This is your spell slot, Barry.
Use that new thing.
that other thing.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is called. Doop.
I'll put a mark on him and beast him.
So Slayer's Prey is the name of it. Bonus action, designated creature you can see. The first time each turn that you hit that target with a weapon attack, you get an extra d6.
Okay.
So why don't we... so according to the initiative order, the orc attacks you first.
Okay.
He gets a 19 to hit.
That hits.
That hits. He is using a scimitar. He does 6 points of damage. Now, Rokan, you are on 8 hit points, so you're now on 2. Okay, at that point, Rokan, you're hearing another orc coming out from a tent over to the side. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He's moved up around you to your back. And he's taking a swipe at you. Ooh, shit. 21. Yeah, that's 4 points of damage. Rokan, you're going to be unconscious.
Of course I am.
You charged into a bunch of orcs with no hit points and no spell slots.
Charge into them. I merely wanted to talk to them.
They're orcs! You've already been fighting them. They don't like you. You're escaping their prison. You're escaping their camp.
Okay.
They don't like you. Okay, so Rokan has gone down. Vespaira, that's what you've seen from your point of view.
Yep.
Elkas, your turn is actually next.
Well, I'm going to... Oh, sorry.
I was just going to say, how long has it been?
It's been about 3 minutes.
Okay. I'm going to exit the tent then.
All right.
And go over to... Well, I don't really know what's going on, do I?
I think you could make a perception check to see whether you hear the sound of blades clashing.
That is an 11.
An 11. You hear something that sounds unusual, or maybe not unusual, but something. You don't know what it is.
I'm going to come out of the tent now and go over to the Redfang leader's body.
Okay.
And just quickly see if he's got anything on him.
All right. He does have a few things, including money, weapons, and scrolls, and a few other bits and pieces that seem like religious stuff.
So you said anything that's scroll-related type stuff, I'm going to grab, quickly name it, scroll 1,
and drop it into
bag of holding.
Okay, so that's what you're doing on this turn. Okay, that makes sense. All right, Fferyllt, you are up next. What can you see from your position?
Well, by now I would be at the top. I would have seen Vespaira doing the fireball thing, so I would go over to have a look.
All right.
I can't move my token onto the top. I don't know if you can do something about that.
Yes. Vespaira, I'm thinking that you need to be kind of like here to be able to see what you've seen.
Well, yeah. Well, I would have been in the tent with the woman, so yeah, that's probably right.
Over there, yeah. Okay, so Fferyllt, you are here. The owl is still where the owl is for now. Alkas, yep, and Alexander. Okay, cool. So Fferyllt, you want to make a perception check?
Yep, just a sec.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't see anything.
You don't see anything. Okay, well, Rokan is asleep. Alexander, it's your turn. Alexander, I cannot hear you.
I am going to do another perception check to see if I can hear the slashing of blade.
All right, you can do that.
15?
A 15? 15? Yeah, that's definitely... There's definitely some sort of combat going on and some grunting, and then you hear thud as somebody falls and the fighting stops.
Cool. I see with my having me 120 feet of dark vision.
All right.
These orcs fighting Rokan.
Yep.
I'm going to firebolt the guy that I'm pointing to at the moment.
With your 15 on your perception check, you will also notice more orcs coming.
Cool. So yeah, I'm going to firebolt that guy.
Yeah. Okay, firebolt, roll to hit.
It is a 24 to hit.
That's a hit.
And that is 8 points of fire damage.
8 points of fire damage. Okay, great. Any other actions, bonus actions, movement, flavor, or dialogue?
I know me yelling is not going to do anything, but I yell up and say, Rokan's in trouble.
Okay, cool. Rokan is in trouble, you call out. Alright, at that point, this orc moves... Yeah, about 60 feet to there, oddly enough. Vespaira, it's your turn.
Okay, well, I'm gonna look at Jordan like, finally, finally you can see. Are there any within range that I can attack?
Any within range that you can attack. Let me see how far you are from anything. Have you got anything that will fire over 100 feet? Have you got anything that will go 40 feet?
Yes, however, we are up about 70.
That's true.
So I don't think so.
So you don't think so?
If you were to move to the edge, you probably could.
Yeah, I mean, if you go to the edge, I feel that you would have... It might be because of the angle, and I'm not going to do the trigonometry or the maths, so I'm just going to say, yeah, you can hit something. If you were here... Why is it not pinging for me? Hang on, that's because I don't have the select tool. If you're standing there, you could hit this guy.
I'm sorry, could you ping that once more?
If you were to move there...
Right.
You could hit this guy.
Okay. I think my biggest priority now might actually be looking after this woman. So I'm just gonna panic is what I'm going to do.
Panic.
I think I'll just panic.
What does your panic look like?
You know what? I'm going to cast Shillelagh on my my stick, and I'm going to wait up here with the woman. I'm going to be dodging.
Dodging.
Yeah, and waiting.
Okay, cool. So that's Vespaira.
Yep.
The next orc is going like this. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60 feet to there. And then our first orc gets to move. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. So about here. This is second one. He makes his move too now. To here. Elkas, it's your turn.
Okay. At this point, I probably notice that the orcs are approaching.
Yeah.
I'm standing with the Red Fang leader.
Right.
I want to try decapitate him and take the head and throw it at these approaching orcs.
Okay, so you're gonna cut off the head of the Red Fang leader. I'll get an athletics check just to see how well that goes. You are using
13.
your fancy sword, so I'm gonna go. Okay, yep. All right, so you cut off the Red Fang's head. You pick it up. You move
and
to a location where you can throw
casually as I can, walk towards them and toss it at their feet.
So should we move you 30 feet? Yeah.
Yep.
And then
Just done that.
So you toss it sort of here.
Yep, at their feet.
All right.
And I'm just gonna call out to them. You really want to fight us?
Okay.
Ask your friend how it goes.
You want to make an intimidation check? You can have advantage on this because you've just thrown their leader's head at them.
Ooh. That is a natural 1 and a 16 plus 2 for 18.
Lucky for advantage. Okay.
You had inspiration. You would have been fine.
All right. 2 of them flee. This guy, he just starts running off this direction, and I'm going to remove him from the map. And one of the guys here also flees, bringing 4 down to 2. One of the ones that's fleed has already been hurt, so he's out. Okay. Is that your turn, Elkas? You got anything else you want to do on your turn?
No, just that.
Okay, Fferyllt, you are up next.
Okay, so I'm pretty sure I heard all the yelling, so I'm going to move over to about. Hang on.
Oh, actually, come to think of it, they should have had to disengage. Well, they don't have to disengage to run, they can just run, but it wasn't their actual turns, but it's what they're going to do.
Yeah, it's not letting me move on the gray area for some reason.
Oh, how about now?
Yeah, it must have just been because I was on the edge.
You must have caught.
Yeah, so I moved to about here. I can see this.
Yep.
So I'm just going to firebolt him.
Firebolt away, roll to hit.
That
20.
is a 24 to hit.
Right, nice. Damage, please.
And that's a 2 for damage.
Oh my goodness, okay, cool. Recorded. Anything else that you have to do on this turn?
So I realized I didn't use my class feature experimental elixir yet. That would have been something I would have done at the start of the day, so can I roll that now to see what I got?
Sure.
Okay, so that's a 1, which makes it a basic healing potion.
Oh wow, okay. So you have a basic healing potion that you've created?
Yeah, so that's something that would just be in my bag.
Yep.
So I can't use that at the moment, but can I see Rokan from where I am? Do you want me to roll perception or?
I think you can see Rokan. Yeah. Yep. He's in your line of
Okay.
sight.
I'm going to move my owl towards him. I think it's too far to do in one hit because of the height, but maybe move him halfway there.
Okay. So the owl is flying towards Rokan. Yeah.
And that's my turn.
That's your turn. Okay, so Rokan, it's your turn now. I'm going to roll your death saving throw for you. First one is a 17, so you'd pass. Alexander.
I'm just going to go firebolt at this guy that's coming to me.
Very good. Roll to hit.
15 to hit.
15 is going to hit. Yep.
Excellent. And that is 4 points of fire damage.
4 points of fire damage. Excellent. That is recorded.
And that is the end of my turn.
That's
I'm
the end.
before I end, I'm going to say, get that fancy sword out, Elkas.
All right. So, cool. Well, this guy comes charging to Elkas. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Arriving at Elkas, these are slightly modified orcs because they're a little bit different. His first attack is a miss. He only gets 1 attack, yep, because he's a standard orc. And Vespaira, it's your turn.
Ooh. I am going to have Theo deliver I think it was the last berry I had.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure. Just put that in her little
Mouth, appendage.
little mouth or something. I don't know. Yeah.
Okay.
Please hand that to put that in Rokan's mouth.
Okay.
Thank you. I love you.
Theo...
It's just down there.
All right.
And,
hey, Talk is in tonight. Hey, Talk, and C.S. Graham. How you doing? How you guys doing?
So
Good
yeah,
to see you
Theo can't move too far. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I can't get Theo off the damn thing.
You can't get Theo off? How
Yeah,
about there?
thank you. So here, yeah, we'll go like here. So on the same axis. Yep.
Right.
Can't move too far, so that will have to do. For my own action, though, I am going to ready myself to attack with my bonk stick if anyone comes close.
Okay.
We're pretty good here, though.
Yeah, you don't think there's anybody that can get to you from where you are right now, and then probably not even that aware of you.
Yeah.
Either.
I'm just here to protect the woman, so it's doing my job.
Doing your job. Okay. Well, fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, so this orc over here is going to make a dash into about here. Turn him around. And it is... He's gone. The closest orc to Elkas makes an attack. Elkas, what's your AC?
17.
Okay, he misses you. So he comes charging in with the scimitar, swings it at you. You guard with your moonblade, and it slides off seamlessly down the edge of the blade without making so much as a nick on the elven edge. Elkas, it's your turn.
I'm going to spin around and go for an attack on him.
Roll to hit.
That is a 16.
A 16. That is going to hit.
Or 8 points of damage.
8 points of damage. Alright, very good. He's very injured and very upset, bleeding heavily.
Yeah, and with that, I'm also going to spin around him to the other side.
So you're using your movement to...
Just get to the other side of him, not provoking opportunity attacks or anything.
Just staying in his range.
But actually,
moving to the other side.
I am going to move out, but I'm going to bonus action disengage.
Okay. So bonus action disengage, you move out of his range.
And
cool.
So as I spin past him, I'll slash at him and then keep moving towards this other one.
Fair enough. Fferyllt, it's your turn next.
So I am going to move Stolas the rest of the way to Rokan.
Alright. So Stolas flies over to Rokan's limp body.
Lands on him and casting through him, Spare the Dying.
Spare the Dying. Okay, so now Spare the Dying, does that automatically...
Just
stabilizes him so he's not going to die. Right?
It's basically a medicine check. It doesn't bring him back, but it stops him making death saving throws unless somebody else attacks him.
Right. Okay, cool. So Rokan is not on death's door so much now. Excellent. Is that the end of your turn, Fferyllt? You got anything else?
I'm just watching from above. I don't have anything else I can do.
Okay. Rokan, you are stabilized but not conscious. Alex, it's your turn.
Unmute myself first of all with my bonus action.
Yes, use your bonus action to unmute yourself. You should make that a rule, actually. If you have to unmute yourself, you can't take a bonus action.
If you want to, that's DM's prerogative. And I am going to pull out my... I'm going to put... I'm just going to cast another firebolt.
Roll to hit.
at the guy that's coming towards me.
Yep.
That is an 18 to hit.
That's a hit.
10 points of fire damage.
10 points of fire damage. Okay. Wow. Fuck. Okay, he's not a happy chap.
And I am going to move towards the ladder.
Alright, so you're moving towards the ladder. Alright.
Yes, I am.
So the orc that you've just firebolted, that's that guy, right?
This guy here.
Oh, that guy there? Yep, right. Okay, cool. That makes sense. Right, he's going to continue moving to the ladder as well. He can get to this far. He doesn't quite get up to you, but what he can do is throw a dagger at you from where he's at.
Yeah.
What's your AC?
13.
13. He hits you with a dagger. Get my little dices out of this box. Okay, that's 4 points of damage from the dagger, Alexander. Cool. Alright. And this orc is injured. You've just firebolted him.
Yeah.
Vespaira.
Right, well, my bonus action is having Theo continue.
Alright.
Sorry, ignore that. What? How did that happen?
I know, it's magic.
Oh, shit. Oh, it's like that, actually.
Okay,
So.
yep. How far does Theo
The magic was being a little bit heavy-handed. And yeah, I'm going to just continue to prepare to bonk someone.
Okay. Very good. So you're preparing to...
Yeah, don't look at me like that, Fferyllt.
Right.
I know what I said.
Fferyllt is not paying attention to you. He's looking over the edge at what's going on down below.
Okay. So stray orc that's been injured moves up to Alkas, takes a swing at Alkas with his sword. 17 to hit Alkas.
17 AC.
Yep. Okay, you take 8 points of slashing damage from the scimitar.
And I go down.
Goodbye.
Alkas is unconscious.
See you later.
Woof. Alright, Alkas, it's your turn. Make a death save.
I love this.
Can you make it? And I don't want to know the result.
Okay, very good. That is done. Fferyllt.
Yeah, let me just check the distance.
So C.S. Graham asks, what's everyone's backup characters?
Yeah, I was just reading that.
Okay, so Stolas can't quite make it all the way there, but he's going to try. And since Stolas can't make it there, I am going to attack the orc that just attacked Elkas with Firebolt. Firebolt.
Roll to hit.
Does an 11 hit?
Sadly, an 11 does not hit, I'm afraid.
Okay, in that case, that's my turn.
Okay, Rokan is stable but asleep. Alexander, it's your turn.
I think I am going to just firebolt at this orc that's coming towards me again.
Roll to hit.
A 12, I'm assuming does not hit.
Sadly, that does not hit. Sadly, that does not hit. However, the orc that you just threw the firebolt at... now let me just check where you are. You're there. This guy here, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
Yep. He can now move his 5 feet to hit you with his scimitar. Oh, that's an 18 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
That's gonna hit. Okay. You take... Oh, you're lucky. 3 points of slashing damage.
I'm still very, very hurt.
Stop being hurt.
Yeah.
Just stop.
Love hurts.
I'm already thinking about my backup character now.
Right. Vespaira, who is at maximum hit points, unlike pretty much everybody else.
Yeah, because you guys suck.
You guys suck. What do you want to do, Vespaira?
Okay, well, Theo's continuing her journey
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So close, but yet so far.
So close, but so far away.
Yeah, about 5 feet away from him.
Right. Close to Rokan, but still too far.
And
yep.
Vespaira she's going to come across to here as well and just try and chuck a produce flame. Oof.
Okay, at this guy.
Yeah.
Roll to hit, please.
Well, we will see, won't we?
Yep.
Nice, 21.
Well, that's a hit. Okay.
And 3.
3 points of damage.
Yep.
3
That's all I
points
got.
of damage. Hilarious. Okay. Well, he's a very burned up orc, by the way.
I'm going to move back as well.
All right.
Yeah.
The one that's closest to Alexander is going to attack you, Alexander. But he rolls a 2.
Oh.
So you managed to get
totally
around.
hits.
I'm guessing you guys are like fighting around the ladder, circling the ladder, trying to poke through the ladder, that kind of thing.
Yeah, that's what's happening, and he's like stabbed the ladder. I think.
Right.
Stuck at the ladder.
Stuck the ladder. All right, Elkas, we're making your death save. This is your second death save, Elkas. Okay, that is done. Fferyllt.
Okay, so I am going to move Stolas to Elkas.
All right.
Spare the dying.
All right, so
And
Elkas
then
also is
I'm
now...
going to move Stolas away so he's not near.
Mm-hmm.
And that's my turn.
Do I get an opportunity attack on Stolas as he goes out of range?
He's an
No.
owl.
Owls, you don't get opportunity attacks on owls.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very good. Rokan, you're asleep. Alex, with 4 hit points.
I am going to firebolt this guy.
Firebolt this guy, all right.
I can clear
Hey,
that.
Wildheart, nice to have you in here with us.
I missed with a natural 1 for a 6.
You missed with a natural 1. What could possibly go wrong with a natural 1 with Firebolt while you're standing at the bottom of a wooden ladder?
I hit the ladder and it starts going up in flames.
I think so.
Yep, that's what's happening.
That's what's happening. The ladder has just managed to catch fire.
Crap. You just hear me start going crap.
Okay, so the ladder is on fire. Do you have any other actions, bonus actions, movement, flavor, or dialogue there, Alexander Cordana?
No, I'm gonna end my turn.
Okay. The other orc who is attacking Alkas takes a shot at you, Alkas, with this scimitar. He slashes at you, and again the elven blade sustains the heavy scimitar's strike. Oh, you're out. You're unconscious.
I'm unconscious. I'm stable,
What
but
are you talking
unconscious.
Okay, so he's not attacking you. He's moving past you. Why would he attack you? You're on the ground. 5, 10, 15, 20, 20.
If it was me, I would have coup de grace.
Of course you would have. But he's got more pressing matters because the other orc is calling out to him. How far was that? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, yeah, 30 to there. From there, he doesn't have any attacks. Vespaira, it's your turn.
Sweet. Theo goes over to Rokan
All right.
and baby birds Rokan.
Sticks
Vomits
good
a berry into,
So
into
vomits a good
Rokan's
berry
mouth.
into Rokan's mouth. Okay.
Yes.
I feel that with vomiting good berries into people's mouths, there's a fair chance of choking them. So, Rokan, you're going to make a Constitution saving throw.
Don't die. God's sake. Oh,
That's
God.
a 5. Okay, well, it's in his mouth, and he's... Yeah, okay.
Well, I did my job.
You did your job. How much is
and
the
it-
good berry supposed to heal him for?
4.
4 points.
Mm.
Yeah, right. We'll give you your 4 hit points back, Rokan. It's a bit unfair
Nice.
making you make Constitution saving throws to swallow things that I think the rules as written would allow. Go on then. You can have your 4 hit points.
And for myself, I am going to go over here again and realize that the bad guy is no longer there.
Okay.
And be like, oh, and then come back.
Come back. Okay, so Rokan, you're waking
Now
up
I know.
That orc's dead. That guy ran away. That guy is still here, attacking Alexander. Alex, what's your AC?
13.
Ooh.
Oh,
7
I don't
hit
like
points. 7 damage. Alex. Oh, you're unconscious, Alex.
I'm unconscious. I go down.
Alex goes down. Awesome.
The ladder is on fire. I go down. I'm just lying next to the ladder.
Right.
The
Elkas.
ladder of the front.
Right. Elkas, you're still unconscious but not dying. Fferyllt.
Yeah, so I'm just... Fferyllt is just saying, what the hell did I get myself into? I'm gonna have to ask Balin for so much extra money for this when I get back.
Mm-hmm. And then what?
So as I'm saying that, I move to the edge and I'm going to attack the orc that just took out Alexander with Fireball.
Right, okay, roll to hit.
So that is a 22 to hit.
Alright.
And that is 10 damage.
Okay, well, the good news is that he is dead. And the funny news is that he's had 1 hit point for the last 3 turns. And he did so much damage with 1 hit point in 3 turns. It's incredible. Okay, well, he's dead now. There you go. Okay, Fferyllt, you got any other actions, bonus actions, movement, flavor, or dialogue that you would like to throw in?
So for my bonus action, I will move Stolas closer, but staying out of range of the remaining orc.
Okay, very good. In which case, Rokan, you are on your feet. You've got 4 hit points. Theo is very near you. The nearest orc to you is, at this point, they've moved far in. They're about 95 feet in from here. This guy, however, is dead, so I'm going to remove him.
You're muted.
Me? No.
No,
I'll
okay.
use Zephyr Strike to get the Elkas so I can pop a berry in his mouth.
Okay, so you're...
I don't think you have a berry.
No,
Or spell
I'll
slot.
take it from him.
From
Oh,
Elkas. Elkas has a berry, no?
Alcus
Yeah.
does not have a berry.
Oh,
Well,
what?
you
We're
can
running
use,
really low
you,
on berries.
You can use Zephyr Strike to get to him, and
Yeah.
do you have a potion? Does
Oh, I can use Cure Light Wounds.
Not if you cast Zephyr Strike.
Oh, fucking me down.
You've got one or the other at this point. In fact, not even, because you used your last spell slot in the previous turn before you went down.
I'll go over to him then.
Alright, so you're going to dash.
Use my dash.
Use your dash. Okay, so it's 95 feet to there. Oh, wait, 75 feet to Alkas. So you can get to 60 feet, which is about here. Let me just grab him. Boof. Okay, so you've run up. Now you're amongst the camp, amongst the tents. There's a fire pit nearby. Alkas lays strewn on the ground, his sword in his hand. Excuse
I'll
me.
use my Cure Light Wounds.
You can't. Sorry. Don't have it. It's burned. You burned your spell slot. Sorry about that. I know it's frustrating. What you may have, maybe, is a potion of healing, but I'm not seeing one.
I think I do.
Oh, potion of minor healing is in your. Yep, you can pour that into.
Yeah, I'll
his
shove
mouth.
that down his.
All right, that'll
Wait,
be.
wait.
Okay, that'll be your next.
You don't
turn.
have any. You don't have any magic items.
Does he have a potion of healing though?
You have a potion of minor healing in your inventory, Rokan.
Yeah, but
no.
I haven't got any clothes.
Yes,
But,
of course.
but does Elkas have one?
Does Alkas have a potion?
You'll just have to make
Yes.
out with
I
him.
do not.
Okay, so Rokan, you get to Alkas. Not much you can do. If somebody could throw you a potion and you could catch it, maybe, but that's another story for the next.
I
round.
yell out, I need a potion.
All right, that's fair. Okay, so Rokan is shouting out that he needs a potion. Alexander, I'm making a death save for you. Yeah.
Yes, please. And I don't want to know the answer.
Okay. The only surviving orc at this point. He turns, hearing Rokan's voice. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 to here. He moves up next to Alkas. Okay, so Rokan, you called out, I need a potion. You're charging towards Alkas. This other orc turns around and comes forward and steps up next to Alkas and has his sword poised over Alkas like he's going to kill him if you try anything. Vespaira.
Right. Okay. Theo has come over.
Mm-hmm.
Did Rokan drag Theo over?
Drag him over?
Yeah, because Theo wouldn't have come over because I hadn't given.
No, I didn't mean to move him if I did.
Okay. Right. So I will run over here and I will throw down a health potion. I would have been able to hear.
Okay. So you're
and I
going to
have a
throw
few.
a health potion. This is your action, basically, is finding and throwing a health potion, okay?
Yep.
All right. Barry, I'm going to get you to make an athletics check or an acrobatics, whichever is higher, for you to catch it.
You dokie.
That was a natural 1 for a 5.
Oh, fuck off. Really? Oh, how many health potions have you got, Vespaira? Because that one just went smash.
Okay.
You guys have got the
I've got
worst,
more,
the
but please
worst
don't
luck.
roll it in more ones.
Really,
please.
This is really not that hard, but it's just become a nightmare. Okay, so the health potion has gone smash. This orc's out. That guy's out. That guy has.
Oh my goodness.
He's dead. Take him out. Alkas is still unconscious.
Theo's going to stay there because I can't, communicate this far.
All right, and Fferyllt, you're up next.
Yeah, so I am going to stabilize Alexander. I've heard what's going on, but I'm just prioritizing. So I'm going to move Stolas and cast Spare the Dying through him.
So Stolas the owl swoops across from Rokan to Alkas to Alexander, sparing the dying on each of the three of them as they swoop across the battlefield.
Pretty much.
And you're standing
pretty
up on
much.
the precipice, keeping them all basically alive at this
And
point.
then I have him move back onto the. Actually, I'm going to move him towards the action. I used probably 15 feet. He's got 45 feet left. Let me just see where I can get him to.
Yep, sure. Rokan, you're up next, by the way.
I say to this orc,
Yep.
I thought you were an orc, not a coward.
All right, do you want to make an intimidation check?
I challenge you.
Ooh, okay.
A
I
14.
know it's going to kill me, but what the hell?
Intimidation is 14.
That's a 15 minus 1.
15 minus 1. Okay. Well, the orc looks terrified of you, actually. And you notice in his body language he's shuffling, and you can tell, Barry, this orc is not a trained, hardened warrior at all.
Okay.
now-
How close is his weapon to Elkas?
Oh, a foot?
A foot? So he would just have to lean forward and Elkas would be dead.
Yep.
Come, be a true orc. I am nearly dying. Do you see me cry like a child? Come!
All right, we'll make a persuasion check.
That's an 8. That's a 9 minus 1.
Okay. He's not moving, but it is so. The mechanics of the game aren't great for really explaining the situation. So, do you? I mean, you could move into him and attack him and feasibly kill him before he can move, if you want to. Is that
Okay, I'm gonna do that.
okay? So you move up to him, basically 5, 10 feet, 15 feet, and
Yep.
you're gonna roll to hit with whatever is in your hand right now.
The axes.
The axes, right? You got your axes. Okay, so we have 2 attacks, please.
And I can't even do that.
First one was a 20. Hand axe attack was a unnatural 20, but still a 20, which did 4 points of damage, which kills your orc.
Oh, fuck.
And he gurgles blood out of his throat as he collapses to his knees, and you yank the blade out of his neck. He falls sideways to the floor with his head half decapitated.
Okay.
Not far away is the Redfang's head laying there, splattered in blood. Alright, you're out of combat, people.
Let's. I can't do anything. I can't. I'll pick up Elkas.
Oh.
You
pick up
you pick him
Elkas.
up? Okay, yep. Yep.
And look around for a healer.
I was going to say half of his intestines fall out and you drag them. I'm just kidding.
I'm going to take the woman. We're both going to go over here, realize that there's no way down because the ladder's burnt to pieces.
Well, the ladder is on fire. You could feasibly put it out.
Is there anything here that could help us with that scenario
Can you make
there?
an
or-
investigation check, please?
Okay.
Do you want? Can I roll investigation as well since I'm up here?
Sure.
Please. My 8 ain't going to cut it.
So that is
13.
13 for investigation from Fferyllt.
Fferyllt, you're pretty sure there must be water pouches up here somewhere. There must be bags of water, skins and things, and you might be able to see them if you go into one of the tents.
So I call out, look for water. There'll be pouches of water. So I go into one of the tents and start looking.
Yep, you find some water skins in the tent. You can come out of the tent with a water skin or 2 or 3.
I just basically drag out as many as I can without, slowing myself down too much and just start dumping them on the ladder.
Okay.
I'll do the same.
Okay. The bulk of the fire seems to have gone out. It's still steaming and smoking, but yeah, the ladder is now out.
You can get down.
Okay, so you can get down if you want to. Yes. What would you like to
Yes.
do? What are you doing? What are you doing now that you've survived the second wave of orcs? And when I say survived, I mean mostly you were unconscious, most of you at one point or another.
Well, I'm going to go down the ladder with the woman. I'll go
Alright.
down first.
Okay, so
And
you,
the woman second.
you climb down the ladder, and she goes down tentatively after you, a little wobbly and scared and what have you, and she holds on tight. Theo, perhaps, flying around the ladder, circling the ladder as you go down.
Theo is all the way
Spiraling
over
down.
there, and I can't really
Oh, right.
ask her to come over because it's too far.
Well, you're out of combat, so you're no longer constrained by 6-second periods of movement.
Yeah, I can't yell to her. It's really far.
Okay.
Could she hear me over that distance? We're not
She might-
telepathic.
She might just come back to you anyway.
Quite possible. Anyway,
No. Do they act without command? You know what? I'll have her come over anyway.
okay.
Hey, if the DM's lenient, I'll take it. So we'll go down
It
here.
might not
go down-
always work that way, but this time it does. All
I would
so-
cross there, but I can't because of the barrier.
Just move. Just
that's
pick your.
okay.
Oh, I can just pick you up and put you there.
Yeah, I can't do it. We
I'll
can't
put you there.
cross the barriers. Cool. Thank you. So Who's down? Alexander, you're down, aren't you?
So that would be me.
Alexander
Okay,
and
okay.
Elkas are both
Right,
down.
well, first things first. Alexander, because he's the closest. I'm going to give him a health potion.
Okay. So that's 2d4 plus 2.
Drink up, and you can roll that.
It is 6 points of healing. 6 points of the heals.
6 points of heals. Nice. Okay, so you've got 6 hit points, Alexander, and
Ow.
you're conscious.
Ow! 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 You just hear me like going up my knee going, oh.
You poor thing. You poor old thing.
Now, anybody that is upstairs, you will have also found some chests in the other tent as well.
Yeah, that's me. So I was going to say I would check the tents as well.
All right. You find
so-
the rest of Rokan's gear.
Okay,
all in
so
a
I
box.
grabbed that.
Mhm.
The healing potion I rolled with experimental elixir. Can I have Stolas take that down to Rokan to give to Elkas?
Sure. So Rokan, the owl, flies down to you with a potion in its hands and its talons, and swoops up to you. You can grab
Please
it
don't
out of
drop
its
it.
talons if you like.
I see, little one.
It
I
flies
take it.
off. All right. Now you're standing over Elkas. What do you do?
I give it to Elkas.
All right, Elkas, you can make your
He in greater need than me, and he's heavy.
2d4 plus 2 hit points back to Elkas, please.
That is 6 points of healing.
6 points of healing. Okay, cool.
Oh,
Put you down now.
thank you.
Put them down.
All right.
Like a dog.
Like a dog.
Put him down like a dog.
Down like a dog. Okay, so what do
So
you guys?
sad.
What would you like to do at this point? You're out of combat.
Time to go, time to go, time to go.
Yeah, I'm taking the woman with me, and we're gonna walk towards the horses we had left up here.
Okay. Does anybody tell Rokan where his gear is?
I do not know.
I called down that I found some stuff up here.
I'll go up and get it.
Okay. I think that's all reasonable. So you go upstairs, you grab your stuff from the top of the precipice, where the top of the camp is, moving past the large corpse of the giant bat mount that's laying there, out now in the moonlight of the high arch, the watchtower, and the sanctum moons. And you collect all your gear, so you can now utilize it if you wish. What does everybody else do? You going back to the horses?
Going back to the horse.
All right.
I'm wanting to get far away from this place.
Okay.
I'm just gonna do a quick check to see if there's anything else interesting in these tents up here before I go down.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's an Orcan tradition that if you kill an enemy, you can take his stuff.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So he's going about doing that.
Going about doing that. Okay. Well, you're collecting a few tokens of this, that, and the other. Some Orcan alcohol, which you find on them. It's very strong and very rough. Some Orcan food as well, which you haven't had for a while.
Oh, definitely. Definitely take that. Mm.
Yep. There's a bag of tongues.
Oh, yeah, we'll take some of that.
Right.
I won't tell them, though.
All right, so you grab the bag of tongues and you grab various other bits and pieces. Some there's a box that you find amongst them of Orcan currency, which is they're called bits and tacks, made of tin and iron, steel pieces, that type of thing. I have
Now,
a whole handout.
Last week I saw Wizards of thing here, didn't I? Wizards of
The Barakyle Envoy.
Yeah, Barakyle Envoy Wizards.
Well, you certainly believe that you've seen them move through this camp.
Okay.
But they weren't.
All
They're
right.
not here right now.
No. I realise that. I'm just making sure that's what I saw.
Right.
Okay. He gets his enemy stuff.
All right.
And finds his enemy's head.
All right.
And gets his... If he's got a knife, he takes it out and takes out his tusks.
So you're going to pull out the tusks of the red fang?
Yep.
Okay.
Done. And that means to his people that he doesn't get to any blessed place of Orcan thing.
Fair enough. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you take his fangs, his tusks, and you leave his head there. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. And so thusly you get back on your horses and you begin to return, get on the return route back to DAGDAGIEL. Is that correct, everyone?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd gotten on my horse and I'd already started riding off.
Okay, so Alex has been gone for a couple of minutes then. He's up ahead by himself.
On the ride back to DAGDAGIEL, Elkas is going to pull out the bag of holding and just start guessing some things that might have been in it by the previous people.
Right.
Just basic things to begin with. Just
who do we know were
potion
the
of healing.
previous owners of this?
Lesser potion of healing.
Who do we know were the previous owners of this bag?
That was the Barakyle Wizards.
Barakyle Wizards, right. Okay, so you're asking for like a lesser potion of healing, a potion of healing.
I'm just... We needed lots of potions of healing in that fight. I'm just guessing and trying to get stuff that they might have named. Yeah.
All right.
Just very generic healing things.
Okay, so you say potion of healing, bottle of healing potion, things like that?
Yep.
Okay. Sadly, nothing of that ilk appears.
Okay.
So for those in the audience, if you don't know, in this particular Dungeons & Dragons campaign setting, made up by yours truly, bags of holding operate slightly differently, and that is to say you have to name the things that you put into them, otherwise they disappear forever and you will never get them back. Thusly, players and such like tend to keep lists of these things, either in their heads or on a parchment or something. But yes, that's the general gist of it. Okay, so you guys are on horseback heading back. Alexander, you are up ahead at the front. You're riding the quarry road, because this was all in a quarry, back to the main road to DAGDAGIEL. Can you make a perception check, please, Alexander?
I certainly can, and that is a 13.
13. Okay, as you're coming down on the horse, how fast are you going? Are you dashing all the way?
I'm not actually going that fast. I'm just making my way back downtown.
Dashing all the way.
Right.
Okay. So you're not going too fast. All right. And you've got a 13 on your perception check. All right. As you're coming down this narrow gorge that comes down onto the main road back to DAGDAGIEL, and you can see the walls of DAGDAGIEL in the distance looming over the horizon in the darkness. This massive edifice in the distance. And you can see some wagons moving past where you are now, heading towards DAGDAGIEL right now. They're going past the entranceway to the road, like where the road meets the bigger road, if that makes sense. The T-junction.
Yeah, that makes sense. I think I'm just going to stop and wait for the others.
All right, there's 5 wagons. All right, so you stop and you wait for the others. Everybody, you pull up next to Alexander.
Mm-hmm.
You can make perception checks if you like.
Yes. I will have the woman on the back of mine as well.
All right.
My horse, just so you're aware where she is.
She tells you her name
Elkas.
is... You've just realized by now that her name is Sorsha.
Saoirse?
Sorsha.
Are you sure it's not Saoirse?
Maybe. Why? Did I give it to you before?
Could ask her to find out what it is.
Is this... It's just, I know the name.
You know the name. Okay. Did I give it to you then?
No, I just know that name is pronounced Saoirse. Unless you have wrote S-O-R, S-O-A-R. Or...
How do you know it's not a different name?
Because I know it's you.
No, you don't.
I know.
Have you seen the movie Willow? From
Yes.
1982.
Yes.
There is a character in that called Saoirse.
Oh,
That's her
okay.
name.
I hate that. You know what? Miss. I'm calling you Miss.
Okay. Call it whatever you like. Alright, so you're heading back to DAGDAGIEL. Do you wait for the wagons to go past, or what do you guys do? Did I get perception checks?
Oh, I'm in no condition.
Yeah. Elkas's perception check was a 2+2. He's at this point trying to guess things that are just completely ridiculous from the bag.
Right. Right, that makes sense. So he's riding
Skull
on-
of an ancient red dragon.
You are,
Bing!
you are
Okay.
riding your horse, Elkas. Stay on point.
Okay. You might as well be asking for orkan stew.
Orcan stew. Oh, no.
What about
Don't have any.
one of the orbs?
Ah,
I don't know what they would be called.
Orb. Orby.
Fferyllt also got a 4, so he's just riding next to Elkas, making suggestions based on his knowledge of the Barakyle, his backstory.
We're all very distracted on our horses.
Well, based on that, you've probably found a couple of weird spell ingredients.
Nice.
You know, pretty abstract ones, rarely used, but nonetheless.
What about tome? You know books? Tomes?
If you have an idea, you're welcome to try a guess.
Tome. I'm
Have you
just
tried
reaching over my
Spellbook?
horse.
I go over to the bag and go list.
List.
Tome first, and then list.
A book does indeed pop out of the bag of holding.
Looky here, Elkas.
Heavy book.
This is really heavy.
It's got pewter and silver attachments to the side of it, the outside of the cover. It's got a big heavy leather cover. It's about this thick. It's
Oh my
made of
goodness, this is heavier than I thought it was going to be.
Very
My arm's going to break off.
thick pages. It's
Yeah.
got a lock over the front of the book with a
Is it
keyhole.
called book? Is the book called book?
No.
It was tome. I guess this is my prize.
Yes. Congratulations.
Is it
You
locked?
can go.
It appears to be locked. Yes.
I'm still riding this horse, so I'm going to just hold on to it and try to drive with one hand.
Okay. I mean, you could always put it back in the bag of holding. Just saying.
No. She got it out. It's hers now.
I say to Vespaira, if I can get it open, can I have a look through it?
oh boy,
If you can get it open, we can both have a look through it. But I suggest not doing it here on our horses.
Excuse me, does the
And that's-
pain I feel bother anybody?
Wildheart says, drink, refill, AFK, don't do anything interesting.
Oh, right.
Quick,
okay.
everyone, do something interesting.
A red dragon appears, and we're all fighting it.
Right. And then you're all dead, and then
And that's the end of our
and
characters.
then Coralon the
for rest.
Rathian comes down out of the sky and resurrects you all, turns back time, and makes it all as if it hadn't happened.
I'm going to flash my, fleshy parts.
Okay, can we get on with it now?
Stop trying to distract me from the book.
Rokan flashes.
Does
gaping-
anybody care that
gaping
I
wounds.
heard?
Does anyone care that
Oh, you
Rokan's
poor
hurt?
thing.
Yes, we're traveling though. We're on our way back. We don't want to travel too fast, otherwise it's going to hurt more.
What about saying potions of healing?
We've tried potions of healing and the sort, and nothing seemed to come out.
What about, what are they called again? Those people with the red things?
Barakyle?
Wizards.
Oh, Barakyle Wizards Potions of Healing. Ha!
I
no.
will try it. But
Go on.
I put my hand over
Argyle
the bag.
wizard, potion of healing.
Wow.
Nothing.
I put my hand over the bag and go, heals?
Before I put the bag away,
Did you say
I
heals?
will just say,
I say
Alexa.
heals. Yeah.
Right. A whole bunch of lizard feet fall out of them. I'm just kidding.
before I tuck the bag away, though, I will put my hand over it and something I know is in it. The scrolls from the Red Fang leader
Right.
that I put in there.
Yep.
And I just want to have a quick look at that and read to see what it says.
Okay. Firstly, can you read Orc?
Yes.
Okay. In which case, you realize pretty quickly that despite it being in Orcish, it is also in code. And doesn't seem to describe anything that makes any sense. Seems to be a lot of references to holy days and holy sites. And can I get a history check from you?
Can
That's
I
a
assist
9.
him with that?
A 9. Sorry, what? You want to assist him with it? I'm not sure that you know what he's doing. Or
I know
maybe
he's
you are
looking at
sitting
scrolls,
next to
and
each other.
Fferyllt will be like,
That's
that
true.
looks interesting.
That's true. Do you read Orcan, Fferyllt?
No, but I can discuss it with him.
Okay. All right. You can have advantage.
No.
No.
That was an 8.
That was an 8. Okay. No. Never mind.
Okay.
Yes.
What you doing?
This is a scroll that I took off the Red Fang leader back there. But it seems to be encoded. I think we could probably find someone back in the city that would be able to decode it for us,
You want me to take a look?
if you would like.
Okay.
Okay.
Rokan, you can make a history check with advantage, please.
Yeah.
That's 14.
14. Okay. Rokan, what you believe you're looking at is a timeline of what might be possible attacks, possible operations, if you like, or meetings, maybe. But there's places and times. You don't know what most of these places are, but you can recognize the times because they're written in the very much an Orcan standard that utilizes the locations of the moons and suns to tell you when and, that kind of stuff.
Okay.
It's could be a battle plan or some part of a battle plan, something like that.
It looks like some part of a battle plan. Does it mention particular clans?
Why are we doing all this on the road?
It is
Well,
very much
because you
slowing
do-
down your progress. You could write a lot faster if you weren't reading scrolls.
We should probably just go.
I was only trying to take a quick look to see if I could read something and get a glimpse, some information that may direct us where we need to head next. But
I'll guess. Put scrolls back, and we do it when we get back.
yes,
I'm
I think
just
we'll
concerned
take
we're
it
going to
to.
get attacked if we take any longer.
Yeah.
I think we take it to Drazan, and he'll have some code break that might be able to get into it.
Okay, so you head back to the city, which takes about an hour and a half. And you finally...
I'd also like to point out we have 12 viewers.
Wow, that is amazing. Hey guys, how are you
Okay.
doing? Hope you're enjoying yourselves watching us play D&D.
We love it.
Yeah. Please feel free to follow the stream. Just saying. We do a lot
No,
of streaming.
just kidding. You should definitely do.
Alright.
Definitely do.
Definitely follow. We love it.
We're chaos.
Yeah.
Absolute chaos.
Okay.
So yeah, we're making our way back towards DAGDAGIEL.
Making your way back to DAGDAGIEL. Okay, so long story short, you do get to the main gates. You do get back in through the through the main entranceway, and the guards that you spoke to last time, Elkas, do let you in without any further ado or difficulty or problems. And so you find yourself back in the city.
As we go past them, I'm going to flick them 2 gold and say, first round's on me.
They will probably recognize you next time you come through the gates if they're on duty.
The great Elkas.
The great Elkas. So now that you're inside DAGDAGIEL, where do you go?
Well, what we need to do right now is have a really good rest.
Me go for that idea.
Get some food.
Sorsha grabs your
Oh,
shoulder.
right.
She
And
says,
you, of course, we're going to take you back to your child. That's what we're going to do.
I was going to say, where is Sarah?
Sarah is with Razan, one of the guards here, the lieutenants.
Do you trust them?
I trust him.
Fair enough, I suppose.
I think as well we need to get this note to him to see if he can decode it to get any information out of it while we rest.
Okay.
I already tell you what it said.
Dates and times, but maybe they can find out more.
I suppose so.
Anyway, let's
Cool.
go,
So yeah,
Sriracha.
I think... don't. So yes, I think we're heading to Drazan's.
Okay, so you head to the guard tower where Drazan usually waits, hangs out. So you head through the city, you go through many gates and across many bridges and through various markets. It is night time, so they're night markets right now. Can you make perception checks, please, everyone?
That is a 5 for me, and a natural 20 for Rokan for 22.
Wow. Rokan.
22 as well.
22 as well.
13.
13, okay, Elkas.
Also 5.
Very good. So Rokan and Vespaira, you guys are noticing a couple of members in the crowd who came in through the gates behind you, and you notice there one of them has a particularly country-looking hat on, and the other one is wearing a tattered cloak. And you've been seeing them over the last hour or so since you got to the city, you know, outside the city, and you've come in and they've been with you as you were escorted into the city. They've been with you on the road. They crossed the main bridge with you. They've crossed into this district with you. They seem to be wandering around the market not far from where you are. It's just a little bit suspicious that these two particular individuals are still kind of in your vicinity.
We might be getting followed.
Yeah, either those people think you're really pretty, and they...
Or you.
You're talking to Elkas,
Maybe,
right?
maybe they like orc. Yep, maybe they think we're pretty, and if they're, you know, well, excited by us.
You're very excitable.
Well, I've been
To be
attacked
fair.
before. Followed and attacked before, but it was by an orc last time. So
I'm sorry for that.
it's all right, Rokan. It's not your fault.
My people, you know.
Anyway, perhaps we should try and lose them.
Okay.
Well,
Or
I think
distraction or something.
if we are being followed, getting to Drazan's where there are lots of guards could be the best option. Maybe we just try to get there as fast as possible.
Let's hope that's the case.
Alexander, show us quick way to go.
Would there be a way through walls?
I think that if anyone would know a shortcut, Alexander would have a chance of knowing it. So why don't you make me a history check, please, Alexander, with advantage, please.
That is a flaccid 20.
Flaccid 20, very nice. You do indeed know a shortcut that takes you through the wall, one of the
Excellent.
walls, cutting across the moat, blah, blah, blah. You find yourself in the location and vicinity of the guard tower where Drazan operates from. Not long after that, you go in, you get past the guards, you speak to them, they're like, oh god, you guys again. Oh, they roll their eyes. And finally, Drazan comes to meet you. He sends for you, in fact, to come up to him, and he will meet you guys on the roof of the guard tower, on this, on the belfry, next to the arrow slits. What do you call them? The
Crenellations?
Crenellations, thank you. Thank you. There's a big banner here of the DAGDAGIEL royal bloodline waving a heavy flag above the location. Drazan is with you now as you step out onto the roof. The roof is wet. The cobblestones there are wet from the rain. You can make perception checks too.
That's a natural 20 or a 23 for me.
Wow.
17, 22.
21 for Elkas.
Wow, everyone's making amazing rolls now. What did Rokan get?
16.
16. Okay.
Since, because he's sword buggery.
So, in which case, let me have a quick look here at our game log. We have a 16 for Rokan, a 21 for Elkas. Fferyllt is a 4. Okay, so Fferyllt, why are you so blind at the moment?
Just distracted by being in a building I haven't been in before. I didn't get a chance to say earlier, but I would have had Stolas watch the guys that were following us.
Okay, so Stolas has been watching them. Okay, and when you say that, you gave him a command to do that, and he'll come back and report, or how?
Yeah, basically just follow them to where they go. If they go in somewhere, let me know where it is. Otherwise, if nothing happens, come back to me and find me.
Okay. When you go into the guardhouse, those two individuals go into a nearby tavern across the road from where you are. They head into a place called Emika's Den. I'll drop the name in chat here. Zoom chat. In fact, just to be really clever, I'll drop the name into Twitch chat too, so you Twitchy people can see what I'm talking about. Emika's Den, that's the name of the tavern where they go. And up on the roof, those of you that didn't fail your perception checks will notice that there are a couple of hawks, maybe 3 hawks, circling around this whole area at present.
I just whisper under my breath, Island, boy.
Sorry, you whisper what?
The Barakyle envoy.
Right. And Drazan looks at you. What about them?
I just look at him and I go, oh, nothing.
May I please make an insight check?
You make an insight check in Drazan?
Yeah.
Sure. What are you trying to find out?
Well, I mean, you mentioned hawks. We see Drazan. 1 + 1 equals, I should probably roll an insight just in case. But I roll a natural 1, so everything looks fine.
Everything's fine.
I'm too kind of...
In fact, maybe everything is not fine. With a natural 1, it may be, in fact, very wrong.
Well, I originally thought something could have been wrong.
Right.
So maybe I should just keep going with that?
Up to you.
Okay.
I don't care. In any case, Drazan asks you, so, where have you been? What have you discovered? What was the outcome?
We went to the quarry and we rescued Rokan. We defeated all the Redfangs we could find there. The orcs are now displaced.
Have you forced them to
returned...
disband? Have they disarmed? Are they leaving?
The the cult, known as the Redfang orcs, were using the refugee camp as a cover to gather forces quite close to DAGDAGIEL.
I see. Interesting. Well, I feel I owe you something for this information. This is most useful to know.
And we saved this woman here. This is Sarah's mother.
Greetings, he says to her, and she curtsies before the noble guard captain, and he steps forth and takes her hand for a moment and nods. Very well, so we need to get you and your daughter reunited then. That's on the first list of priorities. Do we need anyone here to do you any favors with that? Are you able to do that yourself? And out of game, where did you leave Sarah?
With him.
With him, so she's there. Excellent. Okay, so in which case, he sends her down to be united with her daughter.
Okay, I'm so glad.
All right. Now, I suppose remuneration is in order.
I don't mind. I think we did well, and we saved Rokan. We saved the little girl's mother. We did good. We don't really need anything, do we, guys?
I don't think we need any sort of payment given, but I think you're a good man. You'll remember this in the future. When we come to you for help again, you'll remember this time that we did you a favor.
Oh, well, I think more than likely I'm considering the possibility of finding a patron who will pay to keep you as on a retainer for us presently. I'm not sure how that sounds to you, but you've proven yourselves to be useful to the city guard so far.
Well, after you introduced us to Balin the other day, he did mention that his master may have some work for us in the future.
He did he?
Yes, he had to confirm with him as he couldn't make any decisions himself.
Of course, Balin. Ah, poor
But
Balin. He has been working under the oak of his master for many years now.
But given you already have a relationship with him, maybe that is the patron you speak of.
Patron that I speak of. I see your point. I see your point.
A good word from you would go a long way, I would assume.
Excellent thinking, Elkas. I shall consider that. Yes. Now, I feel that given that you have given us this information about these Redfangs and what have you, and you have seemed to have stymied their ability to operate, would that be true? I think our coffers could be opened for such an exploit. Perhaps to the tune of 15 gold pieces each? Does that sound reasonable to you?
Yes, that's fine.
Yes.
Thank you.
I mean, if you're going to throw it at us, sure.
Yeah,
I am going to throw it at you on this occasion. I cannot always guarantee this, but...
Where little girl and mother?
They're safe now, Rokan.
They were downstairs.
Me like see them.
I think you should see them.
Very well, very well.
You should.
Let us take you downstairs to see them. And so you head down, I assume, and does anybody have any questions right now they want to address immediately before that happens?
Not a question, but as Alexander seems like the least crazy one out of this group to Fferyllt, he finds a chance to whisper in his ear that the people following us are in a tavern across the road.
If only you'd seen him 2 weeks ago.
If only you'd seen me 2 weeks ago, you would have thought I was the craziest person alive.
In the group, definitely.
In the group. Well,
yeah, well, okay, so from Fferyltt's perspective, we got the fire druid who just stood there with holding a stick while their friends were being attacked. The guy who's whispering to his sword, and the crazy orc ranger.
Right.
The
So-
fire druid that was looking after the person we came here to get, yeah.
But you were just standing there with your stick, like you could have been like looking over the edge, attacking the enemies.
It's a totally
Oh
fair
no,
assessment.
I did go and have a look. No enemies there.
You could have also guarded the ladder up.
But how? Like,
This
I
is
was watching
This
it.
is the character's opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is what Fferyllt is saying. Like, Fferyllt doesn't be.
I have
Fferyllt is
noted
very.
that.
Fferyllt is very practical. He's not a people person. He's just like. He's like the logical, no soft science thing. Like he's just looking at it analytically.
Right. Okay, so
Noted.
you do head downstairs, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and he takes you to the room where the mother and daughter are presently being reunited. Actually, to be fair, I think that's probably already happened, and they're on their way out the door. And when you find them, they're sort of just outside the tower on the street. And the little girl Sarah turns around when she sees you. Rokan! And she comes running across to you, and she throws her arms up at you.
I lift her up if her mother lets me.
Her mother doesn't have much say in the matter. You're a fucking huge orc, so and the little girl's sort of throwing herself at you, so it's.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you look over at the mother, and the mother's like, she doesn't do anything. She's not stopping you, but she's not kind of encouraging this either. You pick her up.
You know something, little one?
What, Rokan?
You sent help for Rokan.
You
Saved
saved my
Rokan's
mother,
life.
but you saved my mother too. You all did.
Well, Vespaira, she saved her most. Now,
She looks over her shoulder at you, Vespaira. Is that true?
Oh, I looked after her.
The mother
That's
says,
for sure.
It is true. She is the one. But these others, they did brave things too. I saw many of them unconscious at one time or another. Even Rokan was knocked out. I don't know how
Yeah.
she did it, but Vespaira must have healed everyone.
now, little one.
That is not the truth. I was out of heels.
Is it true, Vespaira? Did you heal everyone? Tug, tug, tug at your side.
Oh, you little darling.
You're beginning to notice
did
a
my
number of
best.
other people are kind of paying attention to this conversation now. And some of them are kids.
Mother of little one,
She
please
turns to
come
you.
here.
She comes over to you. Yes?
Open hand.
You don't need to give me anything. I it's okay. I'm well.
Rokan have much. Take 3 of these.
What is it?
And he gives her 3 gold pieces.
You currently have no gold. You have 3 platinum and 7 silver pieces.
It's alright, I've got 2 gold pieces.
Well, he's talking about how much is on your character sheet, Barry.
Yeah.
But we just got given 15 from
You just
Drazar.
got 15
Yeah.
given to you. That's
Oh,
true.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Okay. So, you
Okay,
give her
so
3
I
gold
give
pieces.
her 3 of the money that I've just got.
She goes down on her knees in front of you. Lord, I cannot accept this gift. This is far in excess of my station, sir. No, you must take this back. I cannot accept
It is the way of my people. You would be insulting me if you did not take it.
Oh,
She saved my life, your child.
very well, Rokan. Lord, I will take this gold. You have done so much for us. Thank you so much. Anytime you need anything, come and find us. Perhaps we will now be able to find a place of abode.
That will be a good thing. Rokan always here for you.
Where will you be? Where can we find you, Rokan?
Look in the inns.
Look in the inns. There are many inns here. But
Leave a message at... And he names that inn that we always go to. Pigs. What's the name?
The laughing pig.
Yeah, the laughing
rumbling
pig.
The rumbling pig.
Yeah, the rumbling pigs.
Right, the rumbling pig tavern. Okay, very good.
Leave message at rumbling pig tavern.
For Rokan. Very well. We will do that. And so, without too much further ado, I suppose everybody says goodbye and they fuck off.
You said that there were kids around that were paying attention. I just want to ask one of them, or like a little group of them, if they know Elsa and her brother, who out of game were the kids that were in the cage that I paid to release.
Okay. Elsa and her brother. Well, look, about the fifth one that you ask says, "Yeah, I know an Elsa. Why?"
And she's got an older brother?
Yeah.
If you see them, can you tell the older brother that Elkas says to come see him at the Rumbling Pig?
Why should I?
Why should you?
Yeah.
Well, you tell the older brother my name.
Yeah.
And see his reaction. It's his choice if he comes or not.
So I've got to do a bunch of work for you to help him find you. What?
Fine, you little shit. Here you go. And I'll flick him 2 silver.
Yeah, that's more like it, sir. More like it. Yeah, I can tell him anything you like, sir. I can tell him that you were wearing a dress if you want.
Just tell them to meet me at the tavern.
Right then. He takes your money and he runs away.
Cool. That's all.
That's all. Very good. So what, where, how? Alexander,
yes.
what pending issues does Alexander have to consider?
I think I don't have any at the moment, because obviously we've missed the deadline for that exchange of information, extraction,
right,
deception, etc.
I think it might have been in one of the sessions you're away. We got told not to worry about that.
Yeah, I think so.
It was handled by something else or someone else.
Yeah,
I want to go and get my armor.
Okay, so you're going to go and get your armor. Okay, very good. So you can add Rokan's studded leather armor at last. So there you go. What's your armor class now, Rokan?
No idea yet. I'm still waiting to add the studded leather armor.
Well, it's going from 13. It's probably going to go to 14, I suspect. It is.
D&D Beyond is deciding to not play nice.
Right. So where do you go next? Now, bearing in mind that like Rokan's got 4 hit points. You know, I don't know.
I was just going to say, I'm only on 6. My
I've been going
is...
ouch, ooh, you know,
right,
and nobody cares.
If you got into a fight right now with a fucking snail, you could get killed. So, I'm just saying.
Yeah, my intention from here is to go back to the Rumbling Pig, have a big meal, have a long rest, and go from there. But if anyone else wants to,
I'm going with
I'm
going with Elkas to the Rumbling Pig to have a big meal and do the same thing.
I think I will go visit with my clan.
Okay.
Because I think it would be nice to rest there.
All right. Vespaira, does anyone go with Vespaira, or is she going alone?
It would be weird if others came with. Okay, that's really nice of you. Are you just dropping me off, or are you going to stay?
I'm going to stay because the last time I was there, I was having a good time out at his arms class.
All right.
And he has met some of the druids from the circle now. I mean, you guys have been through that camp a couple of times, maybe even up to somewhere up to maybe 5 times now, something like that. Okay, so you go with her. All right,
come along.
So Alexander and Vespaira go to the druid camp. Fferyllt, where are you going? What are you doing?
I'm going to go back to Balin and get my pay for this venture.
Okay. Very good. He gives you your pay. How much did we agree to?
You just said a sum of gold.
A sum of gold, okay. In which case, I'm going to give you 10 gold pieces.
Okay.
Was it worth it?
I don't know. Depends.
Connections are interesting. Plus, Russell might give me a few points of progress towards that magic item long term.
Nice.
And just to quickly note, Rokan's AC is now 15.
15. So you went up 2 armor class. That's pretty good.
I'm going to save opening the book until I can meet up with Fferyllt again.
All right.
So we'll just rest for tonight.
Okay, so long story short, then everybody is taking a long rest.
Yes. Oh, thank God.
Thank God for that one.
So
Well, thank Lathander.
Thank Lathander.
My new god.
I just pray to one random god and I'm like, thanks, Henny Moonbow for this.
All right, so you've taken your long rest. Do you have any arrangement to meet somewhere, or are you guys just like, oh, see you, bye, and then that's it?
I think we would have had a discussion about that, and we'll meet at the Rumbling Pig.
Okay. All right, and so perhaps it is the next day then when you meet at the Rumbling Pig, and you've done your various bits of shopping and picking up armor, and you've eaten, and you've done all your chores, etc., etc., and so maybe is it lunchtime or dinner time that you're meeting?
Should we ask Rokan?
Or after dinner?
Yeah, should we ask Rokan?
I don't know about everybody else.
What number of rounds of food are you eating right now?
I am having my second lunch.
Okay, so this is sort of
breakfast.
Lunch meeting.
So this is mid-afternoon, about 3 p.m., 3 bells in the afternoon the following day. All right.
Sure.
Do
we hear the bells of level up?
You do not hear the bells of level up. You hear
That's right.
You hear the bells of unconsciousness. No.
Right.
I hear the bell of French.
When Alexander and myself, when we both get to the tavern, I've got the big heavy book, and I'm just gonna thunk it on the table. Plonk. And just wait.
Thump on the table. Very well.
What does it look like?
What does it look like? Well, as I said, it's a large, heavy tome with pewter sections plated onto the outside of the massive leather cover. It has a very thick spine, about that thick.
Can I open it?
It's locked, as I said. It has a strap on the front with a lock with a keyhole.
Vespaira, I am fairly good with locks. You would only have to ask nicely.
Why don't we do this together, Alkis?
Okay.
And I'm going to say let the fire of Lathander guide you in this. Off you go.
Alexander, here, have a chicken
I'm guiding
leg.
You.
That's not asking me nicely.
Yes.
I also have proficiency with thieves' tools, so I will assist him on that.
Oh, I take it back. Come here for help. May the fire of Lathander guide you.
All right.
But not Alkis.
Just out of character, Elkas, do you have proficiency with thieves' tools? What's your sleight of hand? Yeah, you do it. I'll assist.
No.
I took away your cup.
If I'm gonna do it, she has to ask nicely.
Well,
all right.
Kiss.
Well, before...
You might as well do. I've already guided you. You're fine. Fferyllt, you're fine. I've guided you. I believe in you.
Okay. Well, because this is something out of a wizard's bag, I am going to cast Detect Magic on the lock before I touch it.
Very clever. You cast Detect Magic, and that allows you to see anything within, I think, 30 feet. That is magical. The book lights up. The lock lights up. And anything else that you and anybody else near you is carrying lights up. So anything that you're hiding from the others that is magical lights up. This includes Alkas's sword that he's walking around with. Yeah, Rokan's bow lights up. Vespaira, whatever magic items you're carrying, they're probably going to light up. And Alexander, the same goes for you.
I don't have anything.
You don't have anything.
No.
You just light up generally.
I'm pretty sure I don't have anything magical on me, even though I am a magical being.
You don't have anything magical on you. That's weird.
I mean, she's a fire druid. I assume she was just kind of faintly glowing anyway.
Right. Fair enough.
All I have is a wand of detect magic.
Right, and Fferyllt,
that wand that I spent an hour attuning to.
Fferyllt, can I get an investigation check, please? I'm also going to get an initiative check from everybody, just in case. Just getting this kind of sorted.
Okay, so that is a 17 for investigation.
Okay.
19 for my initiative and a dirty 19 for
Rokan. So I see. Yep. Okay. Cool.
18 for me.
I've got your initiatives into D&D Beyond. They went there automatically. Very nice. Thank you very much. Okay. So your investigation check was a what?
17.
17. Okay, certainly the lock appears to have arcane symbols and sigils around it. Can you make an Arcana check now?
Can I also investigate the book with my crystal?
Yes, you may.
That is another 17 on the Arcana.
Okay, you believe that 17. You believe this is a standard Barakyle psychic blast lock. They use these. This is something that they teach to their members, and they engrave on all of their spell books. They put them sometimes on doors and chests and things like that. It's essentially a ward.
Really, on doors? I think Sornel might have encountered that.
Yeah, who's Sornel?
Who is?
Oh, this weird guy I met in my travels.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Had a funny accent.
Funny accent. Lived in Vangate.
You seem to deal with a lot of weird people.
Anyway, so that's what.
Oh, let me tell you about this cleric I met once.
Oh yeah, what's her name?
How do you know it was a she?
Because you just said what's her this cleric that I. Oh, you said something
No.
about. No,
No, you didn't.
Busted.
Anyway.
Busted for metagaming. You're gonna go to jail for metagaming.
So how are we going to open this thing?
So-
Lockpick? No.
Unfortunately, there appears to be a magical trap on the lock. It's a good thing we didn't just straight go into it. I believe I might be able to get past it, though.
All right. Will it require anything of us? Do you need any, I don't know, any feathers or something? Any material components?
I've got the spell focus covered, but thank you though.
Okay.
Is it gonna interrupt
Good.
my lunch?
We might want to do it in an area with fewer people, just in case. Wouldn't want any bystanders caught up in the blast.
Oh yes, definitely. The word blast might be telling. All right. I'm well fed, so should we go do this now?
Can I get
Crack it open.
perception checks, please, from everyone?
That's a 7 for me.
Nope.
All right.
Flash 20 for Rokan.
Okay. And Elkas is an 18. I see.
18.
Okay, so let's just be very clear about what's going on. You are at the Rumbling Pig Tavern. You're sitting at a table. You've plonked this large arcane book on the table, in the middle of the table. And at this point, Alkas and Rokan and Fferyllt notice that everybody in the tavern is looking at you. Like everybody in the tavern is looking at you. The owner, the bar staff, the other patrons, the guy that just walked in the door.
Should we get going?
Elkas is gonna just quickly stand up take off his coat, which has probably still got a bit of mud caked into it with some blood and everything.
Sure.
Throw it over the book just casually and walk up to the bar.
Okay.
Are you taking the book away from me?
He's only put
No,
the cloak over the book. He hasn't
Oh,
taken the book.
okay.
Threw my cloak onto the book where it's
Just to
sitting,
cover
just
it.
to cover it,
Right.
and then walked
Oh.
up to the bar.
After
I'll wrap it up then.
After a few seconds, the general chatter, which went silent momentarily, begins to slowly crank back up again, and you approach the bar. And as you get to the bar, 3, 2, 1. Jasna leans over the bar. Elkas, you're back again. It's been a while.
Of course, this is our favorite tavern.
Oh,
Even if we
Elkas,
do
you're so
get attacked
kind.
in your rooms.
You were attacked in our rooms? I must have been away that day.
Yes, there was orc assassins coming in, trying to kill us
yes,
all. Our
yes.
friend got kidnapped. He's back now. It's all fine.
Olaf should have told me about that. Now I understand what all that cleaning up was about. So, what can I get you, Elkas?
Just something to drink, just basic. But I have
Elkas, seems we've
a
got a bit of a tab here for you. About 15 silver owing?
oh, easy. In fact, I have a proposal for you.
You have a proposal for me or for Olaf?
Well, for you, Olaf, the owner, who I believe is Luther.
You want me to get them?
No, I
take it to
believe
them.
I can talk with you.
All right.
At some point, there will be 2 children, young brother and sister, who are going to stop by.
Really? Okay.
Yes.
Very well. And?
I
You know we
I
don't
would
really
leave
have
you.
children in the tavern, you know that, right? We don't tend to allow that.
You have workers.
Yes.
I will pay. I am hoping to leave you with a sum to pay them for odd jobs to keep them out of trouble.
Oh, I see. Will they be looking for accommodation too?
Possibly. I do not know their current situation.
I see. So who are these children? Are these your children, Elk? I didn't know you had children.
No, they're not mine. They're just some street rats who...
Now, Alkas, you know, I know you're a big softy, but you really have to harden up. The children around here, they're just dirty little street beggars. They'll take you, they'll fleece you, they'll kill you for your grandmother's hair.
Exactly. That is the point.
What do you mean?
I need some of those filthy little street beggars who are quick with their hands in this city, who may owe me a favor or two if I ever need it.
I see what you're up
This
to.
is purely business.
I see. So you want us to become part of your business there, I see. All right, well, I suppose I can talk to Olaf and I can talk to the owner about that.
If I was to leave, I don't know, say 20 gold here,
20 gold.
that would mean you feed them if they need food. You give them a roof to sleep under, even if it isn't a room with a bed, just a roof. You pay them from the sum to do odd jobs for you, collect supplies from the market,
I'll tell you what,
so on, so on.
Alkas, if you give me that cash, I will employ them. Believe me, that is more than enough to keep them employed. But how long will it have to last for?
Well, I imagine that I'll be in here quite frequently, so if that sum ever starts to run out, you just mention it to me and we'll see about topping it up.
I see. I think that's very reasonable, Alkas. Very possible. Yes, I can do that.
Okay, I'll take out 20 gold, put it in a pile,
You're
and
going
then
to
I'll
have
put
to
a...
introduce me to these children, though. I don't know who they are. I can't just let anyone in here.
Well, they're gonna come... They should come in here looking for me.
I see.
There's not many children that are going to be walking into your bar asking for Elkas, is there?
No,
I
give
hope
you that.
not.
That's true. Yes, you're quite right. There won't be many children coming in here looking for Alkas. Yes.
So there's 20 gold to pay for their expenses, and here's another 5 gold for paying for your troubles.
So I am very curious, Alkas. So where have you been getting all this cash from? You're certainly collecting a lot of coin lately. You've been adventuring.
I stole it
You stole it.
from people who don't deserve it.
She seems a little bit stunned that you're so open with that information. She looks at you. What do you mean by people that don't deserve it? Welcome D&D player 1131. I see you lurking. I see you redeeming inspiration for a player character. Alkas has inspiration.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I stole it. Well, stole it. I overcharged for work for those who do not bat an eyelid at this amount of gold.
Who would they be? You're talking about the nobility of the city, or what?
See, now you're starting to ask questions. There's 5 gold sitting there. You don't ask questions.
Fine, Alkas, fine. And she slides it all into a bag and wraps it up, and she says, I'll be back after I hide this. Just going to lock this up away from prying eyes. And off she goes. And as she leaves the room, she calls out to the cook, Olaf, can you keep an eye on the tavern for 1 minute, please? And he comes out, yes, of course I can. Comes up.
As he's coming out, I'm reaching over and grabbing a bottle.
Outcast, get your hands out from behind the bar. Swipes your hand out of the way. What do you think you're doing?
You know me.
I do know you. You keep your hands off from you just behind the bar. Thank you very much.
I'll take the bottle, but I'll pay for it as I leave. Back to the table.
Very good. So you head back to the table. Olaf stands there behind the bar for a minute. Olaf's a big fellow, bald head, dripping in sweat from the kitchen with the fire and what have you. He's got a...
Elkas?
Yes.
Can you tell these people that the little girl and her mother might try to get in touch with me? Every time I talk to people, they run.
Oh, yes.
So if you could, I would be grateful.
Yes, I'll make sure they know.
Okay.
When Jasnar comes back, I'll mention that we may have some messages being dropped off here for us as well.
Jasnar comes back. Go on then.
Oh, Jasnar, by the way,
Alkas?
Because we've been staying here so often, this seems to be the place where we may have some messages dropped off for us.
Oh, I see. Would you like us to keep tabs on that for you? Would you?
Just flick them through to us when we turn up.
All right. I can do that. I'll take notes for that. Very good. Considering what we've just discussed, I think that's more than reasonable.
Yes, and should things go well, there's plenty more where that came from.
So, Alkas, can you tell me something?
Yes?
So, are you, together with that fiery redhead over there, or is you,
No. Standards. I have some.
Why not? She seems to be lovely. Isn't she some kind of druid or something?
But there's one major issue. That
she doesn't like you?
No. Even worse.
You don't like her? Why?
She can't hold her drink.
Oh, Alkas. I see. That is a problem.
That's the deal breaker, I'm sorry.
That's the deal breaker. I understand. What about the orc then?
Oh, he is very pretty, isn't he?
She laughs. Perhaps to you. Very well.
But no.
C.S. Graham says, whoa, remove Alkas's inspiration.
That is just rude. Standards? Remove that inspiration.
What was that? Why are we removing his inspiration? Is that because he shot down
Someone asked me the same
potential
question.
potential
I will repeat the same thing he said. I promise you that, because I saw him pass out in front of Balin.
D&D player
Because he drunk too
1131.
much.
D&D player 1131 says that his name is Alex, funnily enough. He's always been very keen on D&D and is playing a rogue in a campaign that he's in. Well, good luck, and I hope that's going very well for you. What level are you guys at, I'm curious to know? And what sort of rogue? Do tell us in the chat if you have a moment. Alright, back to you guys. Fferyllt, what are you doing? You're sitting in the tavern watching all of this unfold quietly from the corner?
I got a little bit worried about the mention of redhead, because Fferyllt is also a redhead, but then he calmed down.
Right, then he calmed down. Fair enough. Where is your owl at present?
It's daytime, so Stolas is a bit conspicuous, so I've got him in his little pocket dimension doing whatever he does there.
Wow, okay, cool. So D&D player says is level 9 and is an assassin. Very interesting. Our Saturday game, Vaingate Chronicles, is about level 9. So yeah, that sounds very cool. Alright, so the owl is presently outside.
No, like in a pocket
In a
dimension.
pocket
He's like
dimension, right,
dismissed.
that's
He's
dismissed.
doing his own thing as a fiendish spirit.
Alright, okay, I'm with you now. Okay. And Alexander, what are you doing while this conversation is running?
I'm currently just eating chicken.
Chicken, excellent. Okay, so that's cool. You do notice, Alexander, as you're eating your chicken, that a large platter of turtle feet go past.
You see the chicken leg like start dropping down, and you see my nose following the turtle feet, and I go to the bar and I order a platter. I ordered a platter of turtle feet.
All right, very good. You can do that. Vespaira,
And I
what
put
do you
2 pieces of gold down for that.
Well, I'm holding the book. It's wrapped up in my arms.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting on Fferyllt. Just like, should we get going? Find somewhere that we can do this?
Do we want to bring your companions along, or?
Well, yes, aren't they on board? Or...
Well, they seem to be a little bit preoccupied with food.
Oh, it's okay.
Yeah.
I can get mine to go.
Yeah.
Me always take food with me. We just wanted to try out Orcan food with your food to see what happened.
I'm sure that Rokan.
Did you guys order a bunch of food besides? I know Alex has got food, but has everybody else ordered food? Rokan, I'm guessing you're going to order food because you always order food.
Oh yeah.
If you're getting food, then we might just head off without you. We'll come back later.
I take food with me.
We I believe with the amount of gold we're throwing around in this place, we still have a room upstairs. We could just go up there to have some more privacy.
You do have a room,
and
yeah.
the food, no doubt, can be delivered to the room.
That is also
good idea. Come on, let's go.
Let's go upstairs then.
All right, so you go upstairs and you lock yourselves into a private room up at the top of the Rumbling Pig Tavern.
I'll put it on a disc.
All right.
Is it gonna go boom?
There is basically a bed, a cabinet, a table, a stool. There is a quill and an inkwell with ink. A few pieces of parchment, low-grade parchment, and low-grade ink. There is a pitcher of water. And there is a knock at the door.
We'll go and answer it.
Excuse me, it's me, Jasna. Sorry to interrupt you. Just wanted to know if anyone wanted a bath. I can get the hot water on and bring up a bath if you like. Big tub, bring it in. You can all get in together if you want, or you can do it one at a time.
You could hold a tub of water?
Not me personally, not by myself. No, I would have it brought upstairs.
Well, yes, hell yes. Well, all of us together might be a bit of a stretch.
Well, I mean, you can probably fit 4 people in it if at a although Rokan, you are quite big.
I will wait until the others have finished.
Very well. I'll have it organised then. Be probably half an hour.
Is it heated?
It will be heated, yes. We'll be bringing
I'm all
buckets
for
of
that.
hot water up to fill it with. So that's what they do. They basically bring up this big tub, empty. It's got legs on it. They place it in the middle of the room. And then over the next 25 minutes, they bring up bucket after bucket of hot water and fill it up slowly until somebody's prepared to get in. At which point you can wash yourselves or sit around in a hot tub.
Well, that's probably scorching at the moment, so
it's a
why
lot
don't we
cheaper
deal with
normally
this right
than
now?
if you were to go to the baths over in the other districts. You'll find this is a lot cheaper than the baths. And a lot better for you. People get all sorts of sicknesses from the water up there. Have you heard about that? Yellow, what did they call it? Yellow fever, was it? I can't remember.
It was yellow fever, yes.
Aye.
I remember the health scare.
Yes. Anyway, she tells you the story about that and heads off.
I got the report. It was not pretty. I cast mage armor on myself.
Why?
Because I know what's about to happen, so I cast mage armor on myself.
Okay.
Not that it does anything for you.
I'm not sure what that's going to do, but we'll see.
Your suit doesn't do anything.
The tub rolls to hit you and misses because your armor class is 16.
It's only 13 actually.
It's
Well, it's
13.
mage armor, it's 16, isn't it? Or does
No,
mage...
it moves it up to 13 plus my dex, which I have no dex.
I have no dex. Okay, that would explain that. Okay, cool. So you have your... Who's going to have a bath? Everybody? Nobody? Somebody?
Well, at the moment, we could put off the bath and deal with the book. We'll deal with the book first.
Okay.
And then we'll go have a bath and celebration.
All right, fair enough. So nobody... I was hoping to get all the player characters naked in the bath before the end of the session, but... You know, hey, we can try.
Open the damn book.
Open the damn book. Okay, so who's doing the opening of...
Half an hour.
Who is doing the opening of...
I guide Fferyllt with the wonderful golden rays of Lathander.
All right.
So I
guidance.
basically, in character, give them a brief rundown on what the ward will do if we don't bypass it properly.
Which is, again, the psychic damage?
That is correct.
Right, okay.
I would
Right.
also... I imagine Fferyllt would also have a rough idea on what the range of it was and how much damage it'll do.
Is there any chance of failure with taking down the ward?
That's why I'm warning you.
Right, okay, right.
So,
I believe in the power of Lathander.
So Fferyllt is going to try and bypass or disarm the magic first.
All right. So you're going to try and set off the ward, basically. Or you
I'm going to try and
disarm
disable it.
You're going to try and disable it. Okay. All right. Let's make an Arcana check. Using your... You can add your spellcasting DC to this, your spellcasting modifier to this.
And I've got guidance as well.
Okay.
So my spellcasting modifier is 3, and I'm just going to roll a physical D4 for guidance.
Yep. And that's going to be on top of a 12, right? So 15 plus a D4.
Plus 3 for 18.
18. All right. You believe you have unlocked it. You believe you've disabled the trap mechanism, the ward, by basically unmarking some of the runes. You've disabled the runes by just defacing them essentially, but very carefully, and by adding certain other runes to siphon off that power so that the energy has somewhere to go to when you disrupt its circuit, as it were. Alright.
Alright, I think that might have done it, but just in case I made a mistake, I would suggest everyone stands back a bit.
Okay, don't have to tell me twice.
Can I do an Arcana check to see if he's done it successfully?
You can make an Arcana check to see what you think.
18 as well.
18
I mean, what?
as well.
You could always check for the magic again.
I pull out the wand of detect magic, and I use one of its charges to see if there's magic on that lock anymore.
There is magic on the lock, and there is magic on the entire book is glowing, because the entire book is a spell book, so it's going to glow. Yeah.
Sense, yeah, cool. With my 18, would I know if the lock is still armed, as it were?
You don't believe it's armed. You feel that the colour has gone from red to blue. The magic that surrounds the lock.
I think it should be fine to open. It seems that the magic has been dispelled.
Alright, but just in case, I don't think we can be too careful with this. I would suggest everyone else stand back. And then once everybody is standing back, I go to try and open the lock.
Alright. It opens.
Oh good, no explosions.
Oh, okay. I run over again and peer.
Yet.
Alright, so you come back in and have a look. And do you open the book at this point?
What have you found?
Well, it's probably a wizard spell book, but let me just have a quick look and see.
So you open the book? Is that right?
I'm going to just have a look to see if there's anything else that looks like a trap on it first.
Okay, you can make an investigation check.
That is a 22.
There is an indication that opening the book will activate a spell in the book, but you don't know what spell it is.
So I pass it on that opening the book will activate a spell, and then I posit knowing that the Barakyle have a lot of summoners. It might summon some sort of fiend or other creature, so it might, if we're going to do this, it might be best to do it in somewhere where we can put up a fight.
We've put a fight up here before. Might as well do it again.
Could we perhaps open it into holding?
Yes, Rokan.
Yes, Rokan.
Me not too well. He not too well.
We've
Nobody
had a
too well.
long rest.
We've had a long rest, Barry.
Have we?
Yeah, you took a long
Yeah, we're back to full health.
This is the next day.
Okay, I don't care. Didn't do all that. I'm going now.
Alright. Okay, so take that back. Cut, paste, play.
It's okay.
Alright, go. Role play.
So as far as I can tell, there's no way to prevent it from casting that spell.
You don't know a way. You can. Let's see. You can make another Arcana check. Difficulty is going to be 18 though.
Okay, so first off, I ask Vespaira if I can get guidance again.
Of course you can. I guide you.
And I am going to make an Arcana check to see if I can figure it out.
Alright.
Yeah, guidance isn't going to help with a 9, so I'm just like...
You don't think there's any other way of avoiding whatever this thing is set up to do? The book is designed to automatically cast a spell when you open it.
I mean, I figure there's probably some way of doing it, but I have no idea what it is.
Can
You
That,
you were so happy finding your special little book. Why are you so scared of opening it now? It's just a paperweight otherwise.
we should take it to Balin.
I
Maybe
open
you
it?
should just open it, see what happens.
I move forward and I open it.
Okay. You do that. You move
Who
forward.
opens it?
Alexander Cordana opened it.
Well, can I see if I can stop him from doing it before I, like, lift him up and move him to the other side of the ring?
Just open the
It's
book.
not like you had that as a held action. I will give
Yeah,
you a
it's,
chance.
you never is about action.
Let me think. Alexander is ahead of
mechanically, it doesn't
you
make
on the
If he does, Elkas is going to flip it open
All right, so
anyway. So
fair
it's
enough.
getting opened
It's
either
getting
way.
open either way. Okay, so Alexander, you go to get the book. Rokan, you can make a dex. What do we call this? You know what? Just make an unarmed attack.
Okay.
Oh, 19.
19. Okay. Well, feasibly you could just knock him out. But I don't know whether you want to knock him out.
Yeah.
No, I just pick him up and move
Yeah.
him away
So you
from
just-
the book.
Move him. You just intercept him as he moves
Yeah,
towards the book.
yeah,
You grab
yeah.
his wrist. How about that?
Yeah, okay.
And spin him
Yeah.
around.
All right.
Whatever you like.
You grapple
Okay.
him.
All
I
right.
cast my mage hand as he's doing that and flip the book open it with that.
Okay, so you're going to cast Mage Hand to open the book. Alkas, you're opening the book anyway. So the book is opening. Vespaira, what are you doing?
Oh, well, I'm considering having a bath.
Right, so you're not doing anything?
I'm gonna get out of there.
All right, there is a flash of light, followed by a flash of darkness, and you are all encased in a ball of darkness. Suddenly,
I can see it. I can see in a magical darkness.
You can
with
see through-
devil sight.
oh, you can see through the magical darkness. All right, well, in which case, one moment, please.
So proud.
One moment.
I remembered my devil sight
Yes.
Devil
you
did.
sight.
because I was literally just reading it. So I'm like, as soon as he went darkness, I'm like, ha. I can see it 120 feet of magical darkness.
Right, now I'm going to just share up a picture. Hopefully this is not going to destroy the stream graphics, but I would like everyone to see this and also for the viewers. So we'll see if this works. Go like this. Can you see what I'm showing you?
Is that Baphomet?
I can see it. I don't like it.
What the hell? Why is it not coming up in the stream?
The stream did not.
Look at all those tabs,
That's
everyone.
very frustrating. Very frustrating. How do I get that to come up in the stream? I don't know. Anyway.
Oh.
Huh?
Right, okay, right.
There is a long way around it. I'm not going to do that. What I'm instead going to do is I'm going to secretly tell the players not to look at the stream chat, whilst I tell them all to go and look up a monster on Google.
What is this chat you speak of?
I know. You are forbidden. You are forbidden from looking at this chat.
Well, to be fair, the characters can't hear Russell.
That's true.
True. Who is Russell?
Fuck.
I believe he's the person the gods worship.
Yes, that's correct.
Oh,
Why are you sucking up? What are you after?
I'm gonna be asking you some stuff on Wednesday.
Okay. All right, now.
Showing you some fun stuff too. Jordan knows what I mean.
All right, so the audience knows what to look for. I see you all reading the chat. I can see you doing it. Stop it! Stop it! Stop it at once!
I'm actually just watching Elkas.
All right, so
But,
you're
sorry, Sean.
My
Going
hands
to
are on
see-
my sword. I can't Google it.
All right, so
I'm not Googling it, but I got a glimpse of that.
You got a glimpse of that? You got an eyeful of that, did you? Okay.
Yeah, so Fferyllt would probably recognize it if he saw it, but he can't see it, so he just knows that there's probably something there.
Right. All right. And so what you are looking at, Alexander, is this humanoid figure with curved horns, long goat-like ears, warts and sores all over its snout like dog crossed with a horse face, teeth, yellow, beady eyes, fluff all around its chest and face and neck, bare skin on its arms and stomach and torso and legs, and a loincloth, and it just literally has like hopped out of the book in front of you, looks to you where you are. It's, let me see, and it immediately strikes out with its barbed tail at Elkas for a 21 to hit.
Yes, that hits.
Okay, Elkas, you take 10 points of damage straight up. Plus, that's piercing damage. Another 7 points of necrotic damage.
Jesus!
You need to make a Constitution saving throw, Elkas.
That is
Okay,
a 16.
yeah.
16, that succeeds. Okay, so you are not poisoned. Oh, that's nasty. You don't want to know what would have happened to you if you'd failed that. Okay, cool. Elkas, it is your... Is it your turn? Yes, it's your turn.
My turn?
Now, everybody's within 30 feet of this creature, right?
Yes, we would be.
Because you're in a room.
Yeah.
So you can all make Constitution saving throws, please. This is separate to the original one that I got Elkas to roll.
Ding, ding.
That's a
Nope.
15 for me.
Fferyllt is a 13. Elkas is an 18. Hang on. Let me grab
Rokan's
the
12.
full list. Rokan, that's a fail, I'm afraid.
I failed too.
You failed too. Okay, so you guys are now... you take each 1 point of necrotic damage, those of you that failed that saving throw.
So I have necrotic damage.
So you still take 1 point.
Okay,
That's the
right.
minimum. But
Okay.
what and basically, and it's the stench that has filled this room, and now you can hear the buzzing of flies as this darkness, like a thick black smoke, like a ball of fluff, has filled the whole room. Elkas, it's your turn.
I'm in darkness and can't see.
Correct.
So basically everything went dark and then I got whacked with something.
Yep.
I'm going to try reach out to where the book was and close the book.
Okay. You can make a survival check with disadvantage because you're in the darkness. In the darkness. Darkness.
That is a 7.
A 7. Well, unfortunately, you don't seem to be able to find the book right now. You're a little disoriented, unfortunately.
And then with remaining movement or whatever, I'm going to just fall to the floor.
Fall prone?
Yep.
You just drop prone. Okay, cool. Fferyllt.
So I can hear this thing moving around?
Can you hear it moving around? Maybe a little.
Okay, I'm just saying, like, I can get a sense of what direction it's in.
You hear this coming from, roundabouts where Elkas was, somewhere near the book. To be clear, why don't we start off with a description of the room and where everybody is in relation to each other in the room. So there's a table with a book. There's a bed. Is anybody sitting on the bed? Nope.
Yep.
Yep, you're sitting on the bed. Okay.
Sure.
There's the door. There's the bath, which is between the door and the bed, and the table is between the bed and the wall /window. The window's very narrow. Wouldn't be easy to get in and out of, you know, as a human, full-sized human. Maybe a child could. Okay.
Those orcs seem to do a pretty good job.
Right, so Alexander, unless you argue otherwise, I'm going to put you by the door.
Yeah, yep, that's fine with me. Yep.
Yeah, Fferyllt.
So I would have been at the table, but when these idiots started trying to read the book, I would have just backed up until I hit something, which I imagine was the bed from your description.
Yep, sounds like either the bed or the wall, whichever of those two you would prefer.
Actually, let's make it so I had my back to the wall.
Okay.
So my back is against the wall, and I just heard this noise.
All right, Rokan, what are you doing? You did intercept Alexander, so I think that does put you somewhere near the book, between the bed and the book, and also between the bath and the book as well.
Okay, right. I'm between the bath and the book.
Yep. Yep.
I'm gonna use the bath as cover.
Use the bath as cover. So you duck down behind the bath using it as half cover. That makes sense to me. Okay.
And I'll take Alexander down with me.
Right, so that's what you're going to do on your turn. Okay,
Yep.
so Alexander, it's now your turn.
I didn't get to take my action, sorry.
Oh, you didn't take your action?
Yeah.
Sorry, Fferyllt.
I'm just going to fire a firebolt in the direction I think this thing is.
Okay. Disadvantage to hit. $21. Yeah, you hit. You hit.
Hang on. It didn't seem to do that with disadvantage, though. I put on blinded, so I'm just going to roll again.
Okay, roll again, yep. That wasn't with advantage. Okay.
Yeah, disadvantage, sorry.
With disadvantage.
Because I'm in darkness.
Yes, exactly. So with disadvantage, what do you get? Is that an 11?
That was an 11.
Okay, unfortunately that is not high enough to hit anything. So your firebolt screeches through the darkness. You guys can feel the heat of the firebolt move through the blackness, but you don't see anything. You might hear the as it goes past. Rokan, it's your turn. You're in darkness. It's disadvantage to attack anything.
I can sense fiends, can't I?
Oh, well, as a spell slot, you could spend a spell slot to sense
I'll do that.
fiends. Okay, but it's not going to give you advantage to hit them. It's only going to tell you where they are.
No, it might give me a direction to go in, though.
I'll give you that. Okay, you're going to spend a spell slot,
Yep.
use it to sense fiends.
Yeah.
Excellent. I'm going to be very lenient and say you don't have disadvantage on this attack.
Okay. I use my
Axes.
axes.
Axes. Okay, so you rolling to hit two attacks.
Yep.
Before you make two attacks, because one of those attacks is
Oh,
typically
hang
a
on.
bonus
No,
action.
no, no, hang on. I'll use my arrows.
Arrows at close range, very bad idea in D&D. You'll be at disadvantage.
Isn't he behind the bath, though?
Behind the
I'm
bath?
Yeah, I'm behind the bath. Remember, I'm using it for cover.
Okay, all right. But it's going to put you back at disadvantage, though. I just feel that you're firing into the darkness, even you know generally where this creature is.
Okay. No, fair enough.
All right, let's roll to hit with disadvantage with a bow.
That's a 9 to hit.
Okay, so you fire your bow. Thunk! You don't know what happened because you can't see. Vespaira?
Well, I can't see much.
Did you miss my... I think you might have missed my turn.
I missed your turn.
Yeah, because it went Fferyllt, then me, didn't it?
Yes. How did we... Oh, my God. Okay, so I've just kept clicking on the next button and I've missed you. Sorry, dude. Okay, so Alex,
You're right.
We'll fill you in right now before we do Vespaira, and we'll switch it back on the next round to the correct order.
Magic missile at level 2 at this creature.
Okay, can you see the creature? Do you need to see the creature to cast magic missile? Oh, you can see because you've got
Devil's Sight.
Devil's Sight. Okay, so you can do this. All right, so you cast it at level 2, did you say? So
Level
you're
2.
firing how many magic missiles?
3, so that's fine.
So 4.
Yeah. Magic missile is
Don't you get 3 dice at level 1 and then another dice per extra level that you cast?
I do. So that's 15 points of
Piercing
magic damage.
Okay, 15 okay, cool.
Yes, that.
Done. Okay, Rokan, now that was when your turn is. You fired an arrow, but you missed. Vespaira, it's now your turn.
I don't want to hit any of my friends. So I will try and find that book.
All right, so you're trying to find the book.
Yep.
Okay. Can you make an investigation check with disadvantage, please?
Right. Nope. Not a chance.
Not a chance.
Nope.
Okay, cool. Never mind then.
That's me.
That's you.
Yeah.
The creature is going to attack whoever's nearest the book at this point. I can't hear you, Barry, if you're talking.
I've gone back into cover.
You've gone back into cover. Fferyllt, are you by the book?
I've got my back against the wall.
Vespaira
No, I
was
think
going for the book.
But
it's
rolled
either me or
dismally that I
Vespaira.
wouldn't have. I definitely am nowhere near the book.
Okay,
I got a 3.
We're going for Alkas then. Alkas,
Yeah, but you were on the bed though.
Yeah.
Alkas, 22 to hit. I think that's going to hit you, isn't it, Alkas?
Mm-hmm.
That's it's only 3 points of damage plus the necrotic damage, which is another 4 points of necrotic damage, so 5 points of damage. And a saving throw, please. Constitution saving throw. You can hear flies buzzing around.
That's a 19.
19, excellent. Okay. Great work. Alkas, your turn.
So as this thing attacks me, it hits. Does that give me some sense of direction on where it is?
I think that, I mean, you're blinded, you're at disadvantage. It doesn't give you, it doesn't change that. It might give you some sense, but at the same time, bear in mind that it's a tail that's on the end, it's a barb on the end of a tail. It could be coming around to strike you from the other side. It could be coming from anywhere, so not really.
Either way,
yep.
I am going to go into a rage.
All right, bonus action rage.
And try to grapple.
Grapple away. Make a athletics check, please.
With advantage because I am raging. Or do you want it flat because disadvantage of finding the thing? Or do you want a survival or something?
I think we should make a survival check with disadvantage to find it.
Okay. I'm going to use my inspiration to roll it flat.
Okay. Cool.
For a nat 20.
Oh, okay. So you immediately find it. Now you can make your grapple attempt. So this is with advantage because you're raging.
Yes.
All right. And this is versus the creature's strength check.
For a 13.
Okay. You find yourself being grappled.
Yeah. So as its tail lashes out to hit me, I'm just going to grab at it and just try hold it in place.
Right. It rips its way out of your hand. With a 17. Fferyllt. Unless you've got anything else, Alkas.
No.
Okay, Fferyllt.
So I'm just going to firebolt again because I just don't don't know what else I can do because I can't see the fucking thing.
All right. Disadvantage firebolt.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that doesn't hit.
10 does not hit, no, sadly. Okay, cool. All right, Alexander, your turn. Would you like to spend your bonus action unmuting yourself?
Absolutely.
Thought you might.
I'm going to use magic missile again at level 2 and Madam. So that is...
Are you magic missiling again?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. All right.
So that's another 11 points of damage.
Another 11 points of damage. Wow. Boof. Okay. Cool. Well, you can see this, but nobody else can, Alexander. But you've hurt him badly. Those last 3 or 4 magic missiles have just really torn up this creature's wings, and body is bleeding. There's holes in it all over now, and this black ichor is just leaking out of these holes in the front of it. It looks down and it looks up at you, and its eyes glow as it realizes that you can see it, and it's pissed.
And I'm going to use my two sorcerer. Oh, no, I can't do that because that's an action. No, never mind.
Never mind. Okay, Rokan, it's your turn. You're in the dark. Your arrows have missed. You're hearing this noise going on above you. You're hearing and all sorts of noises flashing around you. What's going on with you?
I am gonna take out my X's
All right.
and go and attack where I think it feels like it is.
Okay, you think it's on the other side of the bathtub, between the bathtub and the book.
Okay.
So you leap over the bathtub with your axes, basically hooking into anything you can hit
Yeah.
in that direction and hoping that it's not Alcas's face.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get 2 attacks with disadvantage for Alexander from Jojo for Rokan. First attack is a 16, that is a hit. Second attack is a 3, sadly is not a hit, but the first one is a hit. So that's your action. Damage, please, for that.
That was the damage for the first one. I'm doing the second attack now, which is a 7.
7 for the... That was the damage, was the 7, was it?
No, the damage was 3.
Oh.
The second attack was 7.
Okay, so the damage was just 3.
Yes.
From the first axe. That includes his modifiers? Sounds weird.
It was, yeah.
Hang on, let me have a look at this. 3...
It was a 1 plus 2.
Oh, okay, so it was a 1 plus 2. Okay, fair enough. Alright, so 3 points of damage, and the second attack misses.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
right. Okay, but it's a start. Vespaira. Vespaira.
I'll try looking for that book again.
Alright, you can make another investigation check with disadvantage, please.
Sure.
Investigation, it's the name of the game.
Nope, still nowhere near that book.
4, okay. Yeah, you found the bed, though. You found the bottom of the bed. And you've found some sticky piece of cloth under the bed. Anyway, so...
Not interested.
yeah. Right, so that's your turn, Vespaira. Do you do anything else? Any other actions, bonus actions, movement, flavor, dialogue? No, nothing? Okay.
No, I'm sure they'll have it covered. It's fine.
Alkas, what's your armor class? Alkas, it's 17, isn't it?
15 at the moment.
15 at the moment. Well, that's lucky because I rolled a 13. So another barbed tail goes whipping around past you. You hear it go poof into the nearest object by you, a wall or the door or whatever the fuck is near you, and pulls back out again. It's your turn, Alkas.
I'm going to go for the same thing of a grapple.
Okay. Oh. What? This is the 5th turn. Alright, going in for a grapple.
So disadvantage survival to find.
Yep.
Nope.
No.
For a 2.
Alright. I'll get a Constitution saving throw from everyone right after Fferyllt has their turn. Fferyllt.
Just a quick question. So, darkness is a concentration spell. Does the creature have to make concentration saves when it takes damage?
Well, oddly enough, it does not.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
It's
I just
dark.
wasn't
It's
sure
coming out
about
of
that. Okay. I just clarifying. So yeah, I am just going to firebolt again because I just don't know what else to do.
Fair enough. So rolling to hit with a disadvantage. 9. Oh, so close. Alright, so a firebolt goes screeching through the darkness once more and strikes the wall. Alexander, you're the only one that can see what's going on. Now, we're getting Constitution saves from everybody, please. The difficulty, just to expedite this, because we're hitting our time, DC is 13, and if you fail that, you take 2 points of necrotic damage.
So 1.
So 1 for you, because you're special.
That was a 22 for me,
Right,
and
so you save.
a 4 for Rokan.
4 for
Oh, don't
Rokan.
forget, we started half an hour later.
That's true.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true. Okay,
So we're okay.
very good. All right, so Rokan, your turn is next after Alex. Alex, what were you doing on your turn? What are you doing?
I'm going to...
Are you going to cast Magic Missile again?
Magic Missile. Yes, I am at the first level.
Alright.
So that is... Can...
4 plus 4 plus 4.
so that's 12 points of damage, please.
12 points of damage.
That's really
That's
good.
really good. Yeah, cool. Okay, so that's your turn with the magic missile, Rokan.
That is my turn. Before I do, I shout to Rokan, he's to your right. And I mean to your left. I say to your left.
All right, Rokan, because you got 2 attacks, and because he's told you this, I'll let you take one of those attacks without disadvantage. The first attack.
Okay, all right. I'm doing it.
So roll to hit with a normal attack. 23.
23,
That's a hit. All right, and we might as well roll your second attack while we're here. Oh, it's 3 damage from the
3
hand
damage.
axe.
I'm special. And then that's a 10.
And a 10 to hit. That does not hit. Okay, so you bite him again with the axe. Very good. And it is Vespaira's turn up next, unless Rokan has any other actions, bonus actions, movement, flavor, or dialogue.
No.
Nope. 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 Okay, cool.
I will continue looking for that goddamn book.
All right, you make another investigation check, please. Disadvantage.
Okay.
Oh, you're off, Wildheart. Well, it's been nice having you.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Nope.
5. Oh my god. Okay, so that's a fail.
I'm not expecting her to do very well at this.
All right.
That's all she can do if she can't say shit.
That's all you do on that turn? Okay, so at that point, our barbed friend is going to actually attack Vespaira for once. Oh, what's your AC, Vespaira?
17.
Misses. Dunk! Strikes whatever's closest to you.
I can hear it, but I can't see it.
Yeah. And on this turn, everybody makes a Constitution saving throw.
That's a 15 for me.
That's a pass.
And
13 is the number. Did anybody fail?
Natural 20.
Natural
plus
20
1
for Rokan. Nice. Okay. So
That's a 20 for me, too.
Excellent. So nobody fails that round. Excellent. Nobody takes necrotic damage from the rotting presence. Alkas, it's your turn. You're at 3 hit points. That's a terrifying prospect.
Yeah, not the first time this session that I'd be going down. I am going to go for the grapple again.
All right. So it's a survival check with disadvantage.
No.
Damn it. Okay, never mind. Fferyllt, your turn.
Let me just double check something.
Firebolt.
Yeah, I just double checked something, and yeah, just firebolt.
All right, disadvantage firebolt. Let's see. Dun, 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 dun. 21. No, that's not a 21. It's a 5. Never mind. Okay, the firebolt disappears into the darkness, unfortunately. Pooh! Alexander, you can see. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Do I need to guess?
Would you like to know what I'm doing?
You are going to do a little dance?
So you're going to roll some real dice, which is dangerous, and you know you shouldn't do it. No, you're rolling real dice. So the magic missile.
How much?
That is 8 points of damage.
Alexander, your magic missiles tear the creature to pieces at last, and the magical darkness, after a long moment, fades away. Nobody else knows the creature is dead for about 10 seconds, unless you say something.
I just go, he dead.
Okay, cool. Why can't we see still?
The darkness slowly begins to fade. It's almost as if it's being sucked back into the book.
Yeah, give it a moment. You'll
Right, I can see it's
a moment.
disappearing. Nice.
And that's where we shall end our session today.
Well,
Fferyllt
we
just
still have
face
half an hour.
palms.
We still have half an hour. Well, you still have half an hour, but I've got things to do. But all right.
But you stole our monies.
Because you never get anything back.
Okay.
So before we wrap up, I can see Elkas is looking pretty messed up, so I just go over and give him a cure wounds.
Okay. All right. So Elkas, cure wounds on Elkas. That seems reasonable. 11 hit points for Elkas.
Yeah.
All right. So now that the place has gone quiet, what do you want to do?
Is anyone? What the hell was that actually? What was that? Can't hear you.
Would I know what it is, possibly?
You and Fferyllt can both make Arcana checks. Difficulty's going to be 19.
I know it was a fiend.
You do know it was a fiend, and Alexander, you confirm it was a fiend.
It was a fiend, yes. I've heard of it somewhere. I just can't place my mind on what it was. I was like 3 off, so I'm just saying that I have an idea of what it is. I just can't remember what it is.
Well, we can't have this continue to happen. We can't keep fighting in darkness. So, even if we have to pull all our funds together to get a wand of dispel magic or something, we need to get this to stop.
This has happened to you a lot before?
Many times.
Me with her.
But hey, at least the book's open now. Great book.
Elkas,
Yay.
you're an asshole. You could have got us all killed.
I mean, it's your book.
Goddamn. I wish you could handle your damage better. Because you keep going down. Now I have to give you all the good berries. Fferyllt has to pull out the heals as well, just to save you. Stop acting like an asshole. And I'm going to storm out of there.
So she storms out. Where do you go, Vespaira, when you storm out?
Downstairs, and I'm going to have a drink.
Okay.
A nice fiery something, I don't know. Maybe like a discount dragon's breath or something.
I think as you're going down the stairs, a couple of guards come running up, and they stop in front of you. What's going on up there? What's all that noise?
The problem is over.
Is it?
Mm.
We better have a quick look then, just to make sure. Don't mind us.
Sure, it's just in that door.
All right, so these 2 guards come pushing into where you are with the bath half full and the book and the bed and all the stuff.
You see they see an old man in the bath, completely naked, just having a bath.
Okay.
Just scrubbing myself, as you do.
As you do, fair enough. Alexander is in the bath already. They have a quick look around. They see nothing is wrong. They ask you a couple of basic questions. Do you tell them that there was a fiend in here or anything like that? Or what do you tell them? What's your story?
Elkas is still lying on his back on the floor. And he just says something along the lines of, oh, sorry about that. I slipped and fell.
The guards look at you. They look at the rest of the group. So, if we leave you here, you'll be all right then?
Oh yeah, I think we'll be fine.
As
I stand up fully naked.
So that noise was just sorry. So that noise was just your your friend over here slipped and fell. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. And I just put my hands on my hips very proudly.
All right, they walk out, turning their backs on you and your nakedness, and they leave and shut the door behind them. Vespaira, where are you going? You get into
I think I'm actually going to go to Drazan.
You're going to go to Drazan, all right.
Mm-hmm.
So you're heading through the city to Drazan, and you get to Drazan's. What do you do when you get to Drazan? He welcomes you as you come, and you're back again. How curious. That was so very quick.
Yes, I'm back again. We just got, we opened a tome, and it was locked with a magical lock. We dispelled that, and that was fine. And before we could really dispel the magic that was inside, there was a spell ready to go off. One of the others decides to open it, and out came this creature that I can't see, and it attacks everyone.
Is it dead? Have you? What's going on? Is it? It's not
It's
on the
dead,
loose,
but I'm furious with them, so I thought I'd come see you because you make me feel better.
Well, I'm glad.
Hey, damn! I will.
You're not there, Rokan.
All right.
You're just as much to blame. I'm only joking. You're a sweetheart, Rokan. We love you.
You found a book and you opened it, and some sort of magical effect occurred. Is that what you're telling me?
Yes.
Where'd you get this book from?
It was within a magic bag.
All right. So where'd you get the bag from?
I'm pretty sure we found it in the temple, or that tower in the Shadowfell.
Right.
Or maybe it was off the necromancer woman.
Didn't you tell me that that was like Barkyle Envoy wizards or something?
Yes.
Right. Okay. Now look, the thing is, as much
Your
as...
accents change once again.
Shut up and stop criticizing me or you're fired!
You need me. I'm the continuate...
The thing is,
whatever.
the Barkyle Envoy, they have diplomatic immunity here. And if they were to discover or be able to prove that you have any of their accoutrements, that could become a problem for you. So what I'm saying to you is to keep that very quiet. You shouldn't really be telling me.
We're telling you everything. But the fact is that you've given me a lot of good information, and this is one of them.
I can see that you people are trying your best to actually bring some semblance of order around here, and I appreciate that. There's many people in this city do not care for order. So, you know, I try to work with people when they were prepared to work with me. But you should be careful. The Barkyle Envoy, they will take any opportunity to screw you. And if they find out you've got their stuff...
Oh dear. Okay.
Just saying.
I don't know if I could convince them to get rid of it.
Right. Cut to the rest of everybody else back at the tavern. You're standing...
Russell.
Yes.
Rokan is going to go down and look for Vespaira.
Okay, well, Vespaira's gone.
And he goes down to the tavern and he's thinking to himself, chicken, Vespaira. Chicken, egg, Vespaira.
Okay.
And then he goes out to the front of the inn and waits on a stool outside.
Okay, so he's just sitting on a stool outside the tavern.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. What's Elkas? Alexander's having a bath. Elkas and Fferyllt.
Elkas is lying on the floor until he eventually rolls over onto the bed and is just resting up.
All right. Okay, so you're just resting up. Would you like to take a short rest?
Yes, unless
anything happens.
Unless anything happened. Well,
would you like to begin a short rest?
Yeah, I'm beginning a long rest. That's probably only going to be a short rest.
Okay, cool. And Fferyllt?
So basically, after the guards left, he just not quite stormed out. He doesn't want to draw attention, but basically just very purposely walked out, muttering curses in every language he knows, and a few curses he doesn't actually understand. He doesn't in languages he doesn't know, but he knows what that phrase means. Right. Going back to Balin.
Right. Okay. Very good. And you see Rokan out on a stool as you go past. And Rokan, you probably see Fferyllt go past.
I just nod to him and keep walking.
All right.
At some point as well during this time, because Alexander's still in the room, right?
Yep.
Being a magic-y person, we still have this book sitting here that's now open. Do you want to have a read?
Oh hell yeah! And I go over to the book, still fully naked. I'm just like I'm letting it all hang out, and I start reading the book.
Okay, so looking into the book, doop doop doop.
Not that it will do anything for me spell wise, but
Right.
it's interesting reading to see what the Barakal are looking at.
Right.
What
Well, it is a
spells are.
wizard's spell book, and you notice that a great deal of the pages are blank, especially at the back. But it's also a journal, you think. You may or may not be able to recognize some of these spells in the front of the book. Light Mage Hand, Shocking Grasp, Charm Person,
Yep.
Magic Missile, Hold Person, Misty Step being some of them.
I think I would recognize all of them.
There are many other spells that seem to be encoded in some strange language or cipher that is much harder to decipher than those ones. Those seem to be the first 2 levels of spells and some cantrips that are just in the front of the book.
Can I try to decipher one of the like higher level spells?
You could try. You can make a... first of all, make an investigation check.
Would I be able to use my crystal on this, or would it?
Yes, you could use your crystal to investigate, yes.
Cool. I pull out my little scrying crystal, and I
Right.
get a 22.
22. Okay. Well, you discover that further into the book there are pages that seem to have been written in some kind of invisible ink. And
Sneaky.
looking at them further, without too much time to go through them, you see some summoning spells and some necromantic spells back in there. They're probably at this point, I would suspect they're beyond your ability to cast them anyway, and you're a sorcerer, so you don't even use wizard spell books anyway, so it's not going to help you much.
It's not going to help me.
Might help Fferyllt, because you are technically... Well, you're an alchemist. That's not even a wizard subclass, is it?
No, it's artificer. I have a magic initiate wizard feat, but artificers don't use spell books, even though
Right.
they use the wizard spell list.
Okay. Right, so there, very simply, the gist of it there is, Alexander, you've got the journal of a Barakyle wizard written in a cipher that you can't read. You've got some spells that you can read, and some other spells that you can get the gist of them, but you can't cast them, use them, or otherwise, utilize them.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah. In the back of the book, there is an image, a painting drawn, a black and white painting of this creature that looks a lot like the one that you just fought, that the others couldn't see. And the word is Balazar. Balazar.
Since I saw the name,
Yep.
would that recognize that anywhere for me? I have a general idea of what it is, but seeing the name, could that push it up a wee bit?
Well, you know that it's typically a very chaotic sort of fiend that you would expect to... You've heard stories about these things being connected with either the Shadowfell or the Abyss, possibly the Hells. Yeah.
I get something, and I get one of my daggers, and I cut a cross in it.
In the creature, the actual creature?
In the creature.
Oh,
like in the book?
Okay, in the book, yeah. Now, what I should have mentioned, I forgot to mention, but I normally mention, is that fiends in Sidariel, they dissolve, they evaporate. So there's no corpse. The whole thing just evaporates into nasty green vapor, and bubbles for a while, and then finally, after about an hour, there is nothing. But you're going to scratch this into the figure in the book.
In the book, yeah. So if something happens to the book, it won't open and could possibly resummon.
Okay.
As it were. So it's kind of like a disfigured.
Right. So you're trying to find the spell that cast that summoning, And you're going to deface that spell, or are you counting on the fact that the picture is the
picture? Yeah.
Okay. All right.
And then I just close the book.
Okay, cool. All right. Well, I feel that might be the point at which we should wrap up then.
Fade to black.
Fade to black.
Yeah.
No. Let's not fade to black. No, that's what we use when 60 time happens. And I mean, does it happen?
Elkas and Alexandra in the room alone with the bath.
Right.
We fade to
And
black.
Alexander is naked.
Alexander is naked. Alkas is prone.
Nice.
Yeah. Okay, you fuckers, get off my stream. Just kidding. Thank you for playing. I appreciate it. Thank you guys.
Thank you very much for another good session.
No worries.
This was fun.
I appreciate it.
No worries. And we shall come back to it. Right. Remember where your characters are, because I won't. So
That's true. We won't.
I don't care. I don't even care
yeah, so one reason I had Fferyllt go off like that is I'm not sure if I can make next week.
Okay, that's fair.
Right.
Well, bear in mind, I mean, we are a little bit flexible as to what days we play, because we do have, what do we got? Mondays are available, Tuesdays are available, Thursdays are available. You can play this session any of those 3 days. If you want to, you can change them around to make it
Okay,
work.
well, yeah, I'm pretty sure Monday is out, but if you do end up changing days, let me know.
Yeah,
Right.
we'll do.
We'll just keep it up in Discord. All right, guys,
Yep.
have a great night. If you're in the audience, please check out our YouTube channel. We do have a Discord that you're welcome to join and hang out with us too. Say something, PM us, find us if you are interested. You could come and play on this channel. Who knows? Who knows what you want to do?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll see you later. Thanks for playing and thanks for watching. And we need to raid someone. That's what we need to do. Why? I nearly forgot. The raid. The raid. Let us raid. Dun 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 dun. Here we go. Checking out who can we raid today. Getting Dicey. We're going to raid Getting Dicey. Here we go. In 10, 9, 8, 7, 6,
Bye.
5, 4, 3.
Bye. Thank you very much for
2.
joining us.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
See you guys. And we're out.
Thank you.
That was a session.